on this episode of Jams and Cocktails.
Jimmy's like, oh, we got Matt Guitar Murphy from the Blues Brothers, blah, blah, blah. He goes, he's opening for Little Richard at BB King's tomorrow night. He goes, hey, Matt, how's Richard doing? You know, and Matt goes, well, he's still little. And right after that, both of our phones are just like bing, bing, bing. Management is just like, dude, Richard does not like that comment.
The Nouveaux Honkies share stories from the road and perform live in the Legendary JNC Lounge.
Yo, it's Wednesday, baby, and we're serving the sound. Jams and cocktails, best show around. With ice in your glass and the crew on the mics. We mix it up right every Wednesday night. Get your sip on, get your groove tight. JNC does the midweek right. The shot of the week, it's about to blow. Don't you touch that dial, yo. Jams and cocktails, let's start the show. Jams and cocktails, let's start the show. Jams and cocktails, let's start the show. Jams and cocktails, let's start the show.
Well, good evening, jammers, and welcome to Jams and Cocktails. I'm Brad Brock, and I'll be your host this evening. We've got a great show for all of you tonight. Joining me here in the Legendary JNC Lounge tonight is the amazing duo of Tim and Rebecca from the Nouveaux Honkies. That's right. We're going to get to know their story this evening, and they're all set up to play a few tunes for us out there. So a little bit later on in the show. So I'd like to thank Riffs and Rhythms, actually, for being our May keg sponsor this month. Thank you guys for keeping me drinking. It's since I'm the only one that drinks beer anymore on this show, it's a whole keg for me to get through. But I'd also like to thank all of you for tuning in live with us tonight. Please don't forget to subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Speaking of that, we actually hit a major milestone on Facebook over the weekend. Surpassing 10,000 likes and 10,000 followers on our page. So thank you so much for enjoying and engaging with our content. That's super cool. I will be watching the chats and comments the best I can tonight. So if you've got any questions for Tim and Rebecca this evening, chime in and let us know that you're out there. Out there. Out there. Enough of my monologue. Let's get this show on the road. This is our cocktail of the week.
This week's cocktail of the week is not for the faint of heart. It's rich, it's bold, and it's basically dessert in a glass. Meet the Black Forest Chocolate Cake Old Fashioned. We're taking the classic Old Fashioned and flipping it on its head with a decadent twist. Smooth bourbon lays the foundation, bringing that warm, oaky depth you expect. But then things get interesting. A touch of simple syrup and grenadine adds a layered sweetness, giving it that dark cherry vibe reminiscent of a Black Forest cake, while chocolate bitters sneak in with a subtle cocoa finish that ties the whole experience together. Stirred down over ice and poured over a single ice ball, this cocktail is silky, slightly sweet, and dangerously sippable. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without a maraschino cherry garnish, because if you're going to lean into dessert, you might as well go all the way. It's rich, it's indulgent, and it might just blur the line between your nightcap and your sweet tooth. Let's head to the JNC bar and make it.
All right, jammers, this week's cocktail of the week is my current favorite and allegedly my invention. This is the Black Forest Chocolate Cake Old Fashioned. Now first you're going to take your favorite bourbon and we're going to put in 2 ounces. And we're gonna add a little simple syrup and some grenadine. Then the secret Aztec chocolate bitters, just a few dashes. And we're gonna stir that up and get it nice and chilled here in the beaker. And we're gonna strain that over a nice big ice ball. Garnish with some cherries. And there you have it, the Black Forest chocolate cake old fashioned. Let's give it a try in the lounge.
Join us each week for our shot or cocktail of the week by visiting us at jncpodcast.com to see what we're planning. Then tune in on Wednesday nights to have a drink with us. Do you have a recipe you'd like to see us try on the show? Slide into our DMs on Facebook or Instagram and let us know.
Yes. Yeah, see, this is my current favorite cocktail. I like old fashions. They're amazing. But this is my current favorite version that I was just telling the honkies here that I came up with it because I was tired of just drinking the same old things. I was like, maybe something a little sweet, like a chocolate cake. And I was like, all right, we got the chocolate bitters. And it's basically an old fashioned with chocolate bitters instead and a little grenadine instead of regular bitters, the Angostura or whatever. So yeah, there we go. We're gonna. You could sip on this or you could shoot it if you want, Tim. It's up to you. But cheers, you guys. It's great to finally have you here. And cheers to all of you tuning in out there. Oh, yeah. It's nice.
Good.
I'm just going to add that to the one I'm already drinking. Yeah. Oh, okay.
I had the non-alcoholic version of it.
It's okay. Somebody has to be responsible. That's the truth. And it might as well be you. If we're being honest. Well, that's not what I want to do. But yeah, we do want to thank Riffs and Rhythms for being our keg sponsor. Yeah, okay. Well, you guys, I think that we should just dive right into it. Everybody feeling good? We feeling good? You guys feeling good out there? All right. Well, tonight, you guys, we're welcoming a band that feels less like a music act and more like a collection of American road stories set to music. For years, the Nouveaux Honkies have been carving their own path through the Americana scene with what they proudly call their mother-loving country folk and blues. They've turned the country, what am I reading here? They've toured the country, that's right. Lived on the road, recorded incredible music, and built a sound rooted in real experiences, real people, and real miles traveled. And while I've been friends with these two for quite a while now, several years, this is actually their first time together hanging out here in the Legendary JNC Lounge. So let's give it up once again for the Nouveaux Honkies. It's great to have you guys here. How we doing? Is today a good day?
Yes, it's a great day for me.
Good. All right. Yeah, let's dive right in. I'm sure you guys get the question all the time. So we'll put a pin in that, where the Nouveaux Honkies come from. But so you guys toured relentlessly for years, and then you finally made your way back to the Treasure Coast, and you're taking a break here, right? And that was what, like 2014 or 2024?
Well, it
was just a couple of years ago when you guys decided to.
It was really 2019 was the last year we toured for the most part. We did one. 22. Yeah, 21 we stayed home because of the whole COVID thing.
Oh,
we
yeah.
It was kind of weird because we had bought a house in Knoxville, moved out of our RV, bought a house in Knoxville.
We had a house here too. This has always been home. We always came back here in the winter. So.
Yeah. And then we were just trying to carve out a regular kind of route, and it it was started working out pretty good, and then 2020 was a really good looking summer for us, and then COVID hit.
Dude, I feel like that was the way it was for everybody.
Yeah.
Because I remember looking at my calendar going, this is going to be a great year.
Yeah.
I had bookings booked out the whole year.
Yeah.
And it was like, I had to rethink everything at that point.
Oh, when they did the first lockdown, whatever date, March 16th or March.
Yeah, I think it
whatever.
was actually St. Patrick's Day, which was devastating.
Yeah.
It was either St. Patrick's Day or the day before. It was crazy.
Rebecca looked at me and she goes, we have no dates till August, because we just started getting emails from because we had 2 runs to the Midwest and a run to the Northeast, and everything just came in like it's all canceled. So I was like, okay, what, like, we'll go back on the road in August. We'll probably shoot up to the house in Tennessee and hang out for a couple months. And then when they continued the lockdown, it was just like the torpedo alerts were hitting. Like all our emails were coming in, and we had no work at all for the whole year. So
it's crazy. I mean, somehow we survived. Somehow we got through it. And, for us here playing locally, it was, it all opened, everything opened it back up.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to get us back to work, which I thought was very cool of this community to, really try to get musicians back doing gigs. I know that in many places across the country, that was not the case.
Oh.
And it was way worse.
Yeah. We had a lot of people coming down here to play. A lot of people from New York, a lot of people coming to Florida. So then gigs started getting scarce, and then there were certain places that were like, well, we're only 50% capacity. We can only pay you 50%. It was a little squirrely there for a while.
Yeah.
And I don't think we really worked till September or October.
Yeah, I was taking a little time.
Here, Rebecca, can I have just pull that mic just a little closer to you?
Yes, right here. Is that good?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Go ahead and we'll just do a quick check on that.
All right. Check. 1, 2. Check 1, 2. Tim, your voice
I'm just
must
trying to
be
find
loud
it.
or something.
Got a loud voice.
All right, check 1, 2.
Could you just tap it with your finger?
Oh,
There you
am I broken?
Got it. I found it.
All right, cool.
So I have
All right.
I have a gate on the mics to kind of like keep some of the room noise down, because we have a lot of shenanigans a lot of time. It's nice and quiet tonight, but sometimes it gets a little hectic. But I just had to lower the gate for you.
Okay,
You should be
thank
good
you.
now.
I'm released from the gate.
You're released from the gate.
That feels better. Okay.
Yeah, so it was also a really weird year for us. 2019 was a really hard year for us on the road. From traveling, Rebecca and I, especially when we lived in the RV, we had 2 little fuzzy dogs with us all the time, and there's a lot of ticks from living in the woods.
Oh, yeah.
And Rebecca ended up getting Lyme disease. And I ended up getting something called alpha-gal from tick. It made me allergic to anything mammal.
Yeah, back then, no one knew what that was. But
Yeah.
It's a little bit more.
So in a really weird way, like the end of 2019, I had a procedure done. It's called SAAT.
Acupuncture.
Yes, Solomon articular. You're allowed to curse?
Yeah.
All right. Solomon articular
I don't know.
asshole therapy or whatever. I don't know what it was, but it's SAAT. And I had this done right before we came back to Florida.
It's an ear acupuncture.
They stick needles in your ear and they stay in there for a few weeks, and then they take the needles out, and it's supposed to reset your system.
Wait a minute.
It was the
Needles?
best money we've ever
Yes.
spent ever.
Needles for weeks?
Yeah, like 3 weeks.
Yeah,
Is
3
it
weeks.
3 weeks, 4 weeks,
Yeah.
something like
They
that.
just put the needle
They're
an
like
ear
little
piercing?
They're little pigtail needles.
They're very, very tiny.
Yeah.
And then, yes, ear acupuncture, and it would go in his ear. And like before he got it done, like his eyes swelled, his lips would swell up. He was full of hives for like how many years? Like
Years. I
years.
mean, yeah. So
Wow.
Rebecca probably got Lyme, and what was the year we were in Long Island?
Gosh. Yeah, I don't.
Remember.
You're better with dates than I am.
I mean, we had not bought the house in Tennessee yet, so it had to be like 2015 or 16. And it was just a crazy. So I remember we were in Texas. I think we were staying on that lake in Van Zant, Texas.
Yeah.
And I just had a tick that bit me. It was a little Lone Star tick. And we were collecting ticks and
we had cups of ticks.
Tupperware jars.
Yeah. It was.
That's crazy.
Because we were in Colorado. Like we were just like living in
New Jersey and
an RV with solar power and just living, kind of boondocking a lot.
And dogs.
And we had two little fuzzy dogs.
Sleep in the bed with us.
Yeah. The culprits.
Yeah.
At least the most plausible culprits.
Yeah. So I remember that tick. That tick there, it was just a weird, different thing. And then Rebecca started feeling weird. She was getting low-grade fevers for years. A lot of chronic fatigue.
Yeah.
So fast forward, we just powered through it like you always do.
Yeah.
Just keep drinking, power through it.
Yeah, I know the method.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And
then I couldn't power through anymore.
Yeah, and in 2019, we got off the road that year. We were both extreme. We had the end of that year in the fall of 2019. There was gigs where I couldn't would completely lose my voice, and Rebecca would sing the whole gig. And then a week later, she couldn't sing, and I would sing the whole gig, and we were just worked. And then I had that procedure done in Nashville, and I didn't know if it was going to work. Anyway, it's really weird.
Spoiler alert, it did. Yay.
Yeah. No, it's a really weird thing. You go in there and there's weird stuff going on and they do stuff and you're holding on to these bars and they got like a test light in your ear and it's beeping and doing, and then they poke you in the ear and then they screw these things in your ear. And
They're not screwing anything.
They're like,
it sounds like you're making the monster from Frankenstein.
Oh, I know this procedure.
No, it's like it's a little corkscrew needle. Was it a corkscrew needle? It's like a little pigtail needle. Like they screw it in there, and then they super glue it in. Then they put a bandage over it. And and anyway, I went home. You like total meat, like mammal avoidance, anything mammal, which for people with alpha gal, it's
more than that. It's like cross contamination. He was scared to go to the dentist because even Novocaine and all medication is from mammal. So he was just terrified to go to the doctor.
So say if you get bread and you got bread with, is it riboflavin?
Yeah.
It's mostly, so they fortify bread to give you more nutrients.
Right.
If it's riboflavin, it's bovine derived. So you think you're eating bread, but you're getting...
He was so sensitive. He
mammal.
Would just
and I would just have swelled up eyes and swelled up lips.
That's so great because you wouldn't imagine what mammal products or what mammal is in so many products that you would just use daily. Yeah. I bet that was a terrifying time.
White,
and he didn't
everything.
Know.
White sugar is
bone.
It's purified in bone char.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
And that was enough to trigger your symptoms.
That was
and
enough
then
to trigger
even there's a vegan thing that's from
carrageenan.
Yeah.
So I can't remember none of this stuff because it was so long ago, and I try to forget it.
But then later, fast forward later, it worked so good that I ended up going on the carnivore diet. I was super strict for 2.5 years, and it was the best thing for me. And we still pretty much eat beef in the morning, beef at night, and he can do it now without anything.
Yes,
so anybody out there that has alpha gal or has any of these hive symptoms, and then they eat something and how many hours later? 5 to 6 hours.
4 to 6 hours.
That happens. There is hope.
Yes.
There's hope.
So it's far out, sidebar story.
Yeah.
Tim, you had told me this story before, and I was sitting at a Duffy's with Jordan, and it was trivia night, but we weren't playing trivia. We were just eating. And they had that question. They were like, what is this? What disease means you can't eat mammal or meat or things like that? And I was like, I know this one. And I didn't know the name, but I was explaining it to Jordan across the table. And sure enough, it was that. And I was like, that's so crazy.
It's so weird. It's called alpha gal. Really,
it's got to be.
It's a sugar. I was
going to say it's got to be the protein or the something.
So the protein, you eat the meat or whatever it is, goes in there. It starts to digest. It's a 4 to 6 hour delay response, it breaks the protein down into the carbohydrate into the sugar, and because of the tick bite, it does some weird stuff.
That's crazy.
Dr. Scott Cummings is the guy that knows all about that stuff.
So that all happened 2019, and you say that you guys,
Probably earlier.
What happened earlier than that? It was 2 years where I was,
and you were just powering through.
I was
That's
just
right. You
like
did say
Rocky
that.
Balboa.
Yeah, we
Like,
were
I was
both
"Hey,
like,
cut me, Mick, cut me." Like I was just like so. It's terrible.
Was that part of the decision for you guys to kind of cut back on touring and kind of
we
put
were
some
gun
roots down?
ho on the summer of 2020, but when COVID hit, Rebecca started flying up to a doctor in Virginia.
Every 6 weeks, I was going to a Lyme disease doctor.
So
up
she
there.
was flying up to a Lyme disease doctor, and then
and I was getting ready to start a super crazy 8 months of 4 different antibiotics every day. And I didn't know how much I would be able to play and stuff. So we were kind of just holding up. But
so in all honesty, when the lockdown happened, through the summer, me watching Rebecca, watching her health get so much better. And then also, for me with Alpha Gal, it was in the late 2019. I remember we did a gig in Punta Gorda. And, remember Leo showed up at that gig, and he's
our dude.
He was a guy. He ran a booking agency for all our national tours, and Leo came up. He's like, "Hey, I want to take you guys out for dinner." So we went out to dinner, and I remember I got it was like shrimp and grits and some other stuff, and it was just loaded with bacon. But I had that procedure done. And I remember
the anxiety he had going out with any time.
I couldn't go out, but supposedly I was fixed and I wasn't having any reactions at all. But I remember I ate this thing and then I ate it and I asked the waiter, I was like, "Is there bacon fat in this?" Because my mom's a chef and I taste stuff. And he's like, "Oh," and so the chef comes out. He's like, "Oh, we render this down with the
it's delicious and bacon fat."
So I actually set a timer. We go back to our hotel room. I set a timer when I'm going to die.
He's like, "Am I going to bring out the EpiPen?"
Here's the EpiPen.
That was your last meal.
Yeah, and
nothing happened.
And I was sitting there, and I'm like, I'm not feeling anything weird. I'm watching TV in the hotel room, and I was like, I looked at
eyes
Rebecca.
aren't blowing up.
I was
your
like,
lips
dude, I
aren't
think
blowing
I'm good, and that was it. So
wow.
So that was probably in February of 2020, and then, watching Rebecca get better through the summer of 2020, we decided 2021. Because that was if you still went on tour. If anybody got sick or anything like that, you had to quarantine for 14 days.
That's right.
And if you're on the road and you quarantine for 14 days and lose 14 shows, you might
lose one show. You're
you're
on
done.
The road.
It's the budgets are so tight. So we didn't tour in 2021. We did do a tour in 2022. We went up to Michigan and back, and it was so messed up on that tour because most of those places were just opening up. Remember, we would get texts everybody at the show last night, everybody's sick. And Rebecca and I, we were the vectors. We were just driving through the Midwest.
Infecting everyone.
Infecting everybody. We weren't sick, but it was but those places were just opening up. So naturally, because people were just
not
starting
Florida,
to go out.
yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Florida, everybody got sick and died in 2020. We were over
and then everybody was over it.
Yeah, so it was but it was just a weird, but I just noticed how much better Rebecca's health was. So we made the conscious decision that we're just,
my health was better, but I am a delicate flower now.
Yeah.
I need my bed. I need my right food. Touring was so much, and we're getting older. We're getting older. We toured from 2008 till 2020, from May to October, November, December, every year. So
it was 12 years of running hard,
God, yeah.
Adventures, yeah. So, but I really, really have to take care of my health or I will go down because I'm through all that, my immune system is still a little wacky and everything. And stuff to take really good care of myself.
It's so far out that it comes from such a small creature. You have to be so careful, man.
Ticks do nothing good in the world. They do nothing good.
Well, that's why. Well, I mean, we're fortunate here to have you guys full time now. That's amazing. But let's go back to the beginning. So before the Nouveaux Honkies became this road-tested Americana act, What were each of your musical lives like before you came together?
Well, I'm from South Carolina, and I moved here right after the double hurricanes. So what's that, 14?
2004.
2004. What am I talking about? 14.
Only a decade off.
Only
no
a
problem.
decade off. Yeah, so I grew up in South Carolina playing classical. I started when I was 4, classical violin. Had an amazing teacher from when I was 5 till I graduated high school. Then went on to be a music major, performance major, and decided I did not want to do classical all my life. So I dropped out of school and just started jamming around with people. So was in a lot of different bands, and I moved to the Myrtle Beach area and played like professionally, like 6-7 nights a week, playing in bands for 8 years there. And then
that's a way to cut your teeth, for sure.
Yeah. So then I just moved here because I just kind of I needed a change and everything. And I moved here and met Tim the very first week I moved here at a blues jam.
Nice.
And he had quit playing music. So
yeah, I stopped playing music for a while, and me and my dad had a guitar business, Resurrection Guitars.
Right. Oh, I've seen some of his funky guitars too.
Yeah, he's got wild things. My dad's he's like the professor.
And Tim built a bunch of those too. So
yeah, I mean,
you get credit too. Everybody's like your dad.
But so I ended up started playing music in probably 90. Started playing guitar in 1990, probably.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah. In the 1890s.
1890s.
Before electricity.
Yeah. No, I ended up I wanted to be a professional surfer. That's the only thing I ever wanted to do in life, but I just wasn't good at it. But
your first instrument or your first was drums, right?
Drums and piano, yeah. Crazy. And that was just in church, like playing in church. But
hey man, a lot of people they that's where they start, man.
Yeah.
Tim just knows how to do things.
And then
go ahead.
Anyway, a real good friend of mine, Ryan, his dad lived in Hawaii, and I think it was in 1991. My mom bought me a plane ticket to Oahu.
Oh, I didn't know that.
And it was crazy. She was really trying to get rid of me for the second time, or maybe the third. But love you, Mom, wherever you are. But and went out there and stayed for the summer in Hawaii, maybe 2.5, 3, 4 months, something like that. And it was super eye-opening to be out there, and then seeing the level of surfing and seeing how the biggest thing, his dad Steve lived in Kaneohe, and being like a blue-eyed, blonde-haired kid in Hawaii, it was the first time I experienced like a super side of being the outsider, being the minority. Mm-hmm. And that was super eye-opening for me. So that was a huge lesson that I learned. But the ironic part about it was his dad, Steve, he loved all the 70s rock and roll stuff, from Mountain to, remember the band Hocus Pocus? Like,
yeah.
Remember that? So he had all these records, and I started playing guitar in Hawaii. That was the wild thing about it. That was where I started playing guitar. Fell in love with the instrument, and that was pretty much it. So that was the start of it. And then coming up from them, when I got back, played in punk rock bands, toured up and down the East Coast. Shout out to Dave LeBlue, Mike Colby, Tom Reno, Sander, all the dudes from Gus, like all the crazy bands that were there was like a punk rock scene. Joe Dyer would. We go back. Even John from Thunderhouse.
Yeah. Yeah, like, John O'Connor.
Yeah, John O'Connor doing all the shows at the old schoolhouse and the Women's Center in Vero and all the punk rock stuff. But I got my first real gig. It was in a gospel band. I was a drummer in a gospel band out of Atlanta, and toured the whole country with that band. It was a band called The Kneeling, and
Southern gospel.
Yeah. So that was like the first time I got exposed to like actually making money. I think I was making like $836 after taxes a week. which in like 1996.
Yeah, man, you're killing it.
What a money, dude. And then I retired for like, I don't know, 6 weeks in Colorado, and then ran out of money. I had to go back to work.
That'll do it.
I've retired a lot in life. But
I'm in a current retirement position right now.
Congratulations.
I don't know how long it's going to last.
Yeah, exactly. But from the gospel thing, it really turned me on to the whole blues thing, and I ended up playing drums. And there was a band called Big Daddy and the Rain, Tommy DeStefano, John Stratton, Harry Burns, and I was the young kid in that band. I was maybe not even 21 yet when I joined that band. And just really fell in love with blues music. That was just a serious drive on blues music. And from there, ended up playing with Mike Rivera, Anthony Davis. He's out in Holland. Mike Rivera is over on the West Coast. Ended up being able to play in a band that they were all my heroes, the Dalai Lamas. We recorded a double LP on King Snake, and just musical knowledge from all this crazy stuff. And Steve Allen Miller, not Space Cowboy.
The Space Cowboy.
Yeah, but Steve Allen Miller, he was an organ player. Josh Miller, Steve raised Josh, and got to play with Josh, and just playing with all those cats, from Ben Champion to Willie Big Eye Smith. We opened for James Cotton. Being on the road with Matt Guitar Murphy, Eddie Kirkland.
Yeah, when we first started out, we weren't Americana at all.
It's Americana.
I mean, it was, but we were like
a lot more blues based,
super blues based.
Yeah, interesting.
But just the people we got to play for and meet, like Pine.
Yeah.
Pine Top Perkins from Muddy's band, Muddy Waters.
Well, we were the Nouveau Honkies playing the old black
so
music.
it was
okay, so I see where we're treading now.
Yeah,
we're treading into the name. I do have a Matt Guitar Murphy story. It's not a great one.
Okay,
that's okay.
So the poster behind you, there is a Matt Murphy signature on it. I got him to sign that for me on a Legendary Rhythm and Blues cruise.
Wow.
That I was working. And one of my jobs was to take stacks of posters, skip the line of autographs, and then have the artists sign many, many, many of them. Mm-hmm. And they were to be delivered to the artists. So, there's like 30 bands on board and artists. So my job was to go and get the poster signed to deliver to the artists, right? Now, Matt, he was pretty old even 10 years ago, 15 years ago when I did this. And the look on his face when I said, Mr. Murphy, can I get you to sign 16 of these? And he didn't want to be there in the first place.
Yeah.
And so he looked at me and he was like, man, he's like, get out of here with all this.
I could hear his voice.
He signed one, and he refused, flat out refused, man, and refused to sign the rest of them.
I can hear him saying that. That's so funny.
So I didn't get him to sign the rest of them, but I did roll up the one that I did get him to sign, and it's in that post. It's in that frame behind you.
That's
I was like, well, nobody else is getting Matt Murphy, but I'm getting Matt Murphy's signature.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
By all accounts, that was my only interaction with him ever, and I felt like an asshole for upsetting him because he's such a legend. And I was like, well, at least he signed my poster.
I can hear his voice right now saying that. That you say that
so mad,
funny.
So mad.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many Matt Guitar Murphy stories, but we got to play at the Blue Note in New York City with him.
Yeah, double and then 2 different years.
And then he
was on the Fallon show when we were his band, but he played with the Roots, but we were there.
Yeah, and then because that night we were all opening up for Little Richard at BB King's in New York City. Yeah. And then this is a good one. This is a good
anyway.
story.
So we're all there, and it was neat to be on the show because you see how they run through. Everybody's in normal clothes.
It was super.
They run
cool.
through the stuff, but then they kind of go live. But they kind of go through the sketches and seeing everything. That night it was Ice-T.
Yeah, Nora Jones.
Nora Jones was on the show, so it was really neat to be there and seeing how everything ran. And then the Roots were just crazy because they have their own little room, and everybody's in normal street clothes, and they're going through what music they're going to bring in. You can hear them rehearsing in the room and the whole thing. Jimmy was so stoked to talk to Matt, to talk to him about Belushi and Aykroyd and the whole movies. And so he was in Matt's dressing room, and we were all hanging out in there. But when the show goes on, they didn't bring Matt. Matt didn't get any of the rehearsal space. He just went out. So Matt's playing with the Roots, and Jimmy's like, "Oh, we got Matt Guitar Murphy from the Blues Brothers, blah, blah, blah." He goes, "He's opening for Little Richard at BB King's tomorrow night," and he's giving a shout out to the show. And he goes, "Hey, Matt, how's Richard doing?" And Matt goes, "Well, he's still little." And
okay, then.
And right after that, both of our phones are just like bing, bing, bing. And
oh, man.
Like management is just like, dude, Richard does not like that comment. Like, blah, blah, blah. And so the next day we do that show, and they didn't give Matt a dressing room.
They put
we're
him out
sitting
there
in a
like
hallway.
Wow.
Like we're getting dressed in a hallway.
They didn't give us a sound check.
They didn't give us a sound check.
He
It was the most
so
brutal
mad.
show. And Matt was just like, dude, and Richard wouldn't talk to him, and it was just
sad.
it was bum.
They had like beef from back in the day. I guess.
But back in the day, all those dudes were in such competition. You kind of see how it goes. So.
Yeah, but listen, that's hilarious. That just off the cuff, just this little joke started that entire inferno.
So the worst part about that, Richard had just had hip surgery, and he was in a wheelchair for that show. So when they brought the bus in, he gets out of the bus with his entourage, and his entourage is taking
people's phones and
deleting pictures because everybody's trying to take picture of Richard going into the thing. And so anyway, Richard goes in there, but the ramp going up to the stage, they had a custom. Maybe should I tell this story? Fuck it. All right. So they had a custom ramp going up to the stage with or it was a ramp, but they had a custom piano bench where like when
so it didn't make him look like he's on
so it looked like he was like so he could walk because all his pictures of Richard of young,
right, of course,
and he was 80s by then. So
bless him, he's still doing it.
He's still killing
it.
Anyway, they had this custom piano bench where they would like shove him across, and you go shooting across the stage, like wham, right into the piano, and like.
I mean, it's kind of a cool.
Oh, it's killer
intro.
Yeah. But the ramp going up to the stage wasn't wide enough, so the band is like vamping on this like 2-chord song for I don't know how long, while there's stagehands building a ramp where he can get his.
That's wild.
But then again, we're watching this and we're like, oh my God. But then they shoot that Joker out there. And he's,
bam,
oh my God.
He's on.
Kills it, dude. Like just totally killing it.
He had to be like 80 at the time.
He's 80 at the time, just killing it. So,
yeah.
That's so great.
But
you also have another story. And so this is another story that I have. Same cruise, had many experiences. I've done several of the blues cruises. Nice. Amazing. Just what a great experience. Worked them. So, I get to sneak around and do whatever. But a completely opposite experience that I had with Taj Mahal, who was just a lovely man. The best. So I was up early and was in the restaurant or whatever having breakfast. And Taj was just sitting by himself having breakfast. So I was like, this is my move. This is my move. So I went over and I was like, Taj, are you lonely? Can I join you? He was like, sit down. And so we chatted. Just, this is like a legendary figure for me, and like I play his songs every night. Right. Yeah. And so we shot the shit. We talked. And so for the rest of the cruise, he would, he'd be moseying around. He'd see me, he'd be like, hey, Brad, you got that voice, the Taj voice. And dude, and he was 80 then.
Yes.
So he's still kicking, which I think is so incredible, and he's still putting music out. Him and Kev Mo did that record together, and just so good. But it was cool to get like a finger point from Taj walking through the halls.
Taj Mahal gave me the best sentence I've ever heard in my life. So actually, so Tim built a couple of guitars for Kev Mo. So every time we would go to Nashville, he'd be like, come over, I'll make you breakfast and everything. So when we were on tour, so we would hang out over at Kev Mo's house and everything. And one day, I'll let you take over. One day, Kev Mo was like, yeah, me and Taj Mahal. Or no, you were listening to.
That was right after his birthday, Kevin's birthday. We played at Douglas Corner.
Something like that.
I think we played in Douglas Corner in Nashville, and Kevin.
Oh, he goes, come down here and listen to my.
Kevin called, and he's like, "Hey, if you guys want breakfast in the morning," because every time we'd pass through Nashville, he'd just get in touch with us, and he used to love making breakfast for people.
That's his deal.
And so we go over there in the morning. Who was in the band then? Do you remember? It was Brian.
I can't remember.
Maybe Mike Burney. I don't remember. Anyway, we go over there, and Kevin makes his big spread of breakfast. He used to love cooking bacon. I don't think he eats bacon anymore, but he used to make all this stuff, and it was right after his birthday, I think. And he's, hey guys, come downstairs and check this out, So he had a studio downstairs, and we go to sit down there, and he turns this thing on. It's like just jamming, like, and we're like sitting there, and then Kev starts singing, and then, is that Taj Mahal? And he's like, yeah, I've been flying him over from L.A. to do this record.
Wow,
you guys are getting like
anything.
And I was like, Kevin, you gonna go on tour with this? He's like, how the hell are me and who's gonna pay for me and Taj Mahal?
Yeah.
Like, we can't get enough money. That's probably he goes, I've always just admired him. I guess the story was Kevin was in a high school in Compton, and hopefully this story's true. I think it's true. Kevin was in a high school in Compton, and
Taj
Mahal came in for a Blues in Our Schools thing, and Kevin was like, "That's what I want to do."
Yeah.
That's great. I mean,
so
that's so inspiring.
Right. So fast forward after we were in Charleston, South Carolina, playing a gig, and they were doing
it was the Taj Mo tour
thing,
and I was like, they did go on tour. This is crazy.
So we just ended up showing up. That's another long story, but anyway, we ended up getting backstage after like a very fun time, and I guess Kev Mo had showed Taj Mahal us doing Fishing Blues.
Rebecca
and so I went up to Taj Mahal. I'm like, hey, I love you. I mean, whatever. And he goes, hey, I seen you on the YouTube. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah.
Taj Mahal.
So cool.
He knew you before you even knew he knew you.
Oh my God. This is the best thing anybody's ever said to me.
Oh man.
The funny thing,
because it came from Taj Mahal. I love him. He's just great.
Kev Mo. He's always been so, he's such a nice guy. So if there was ever a town we were in, whenever we were on the road and he was playing in that place, and he would be like, hey, I've got tickets for you guys to go to the show. And it's
Tim hates to take
super nice, but it's just weird for me, and
Sure.
I don't want to. He's an icon for me. I saw him play on the who's the dude with the hair, the late
Conan.
I saw him play on Conan, and I was like, I want to meet that guy. And I was at a BB King show, and this was before 9/11, so I finagled backstage, I just finagled backstage. I was told people who I was, and they were like, "Oh, okay, you can go back there."
Clearly, you belong here.
Yeah, you just act confident. Back before 9/11, you could act confident and go wherever you wanted. And I ended up talking to Kevin. He's like, "Who are you?" And I was like, "My name's Tim O'Donnell." I was like, his guitars had gotten lost in transit to this gig it was in Fort Lauderdale, Miami, and BB King was headlining. I said, "If you ever need anything in Florida, here's my card." Guitars, whatever, and it was maybe 2 months later he called and wanted me to build him guitars. Crazy. And that's kind of how our relationship started. But it was just wild, man. And so, but I hate, he's I just hate asking somebody to do something. But Kevin would be always like, oh, you're on the guest list. You're on the guest list. You're on the guest list. So there were so many times we'd go to a show and I just wanted to buy tickets and not be on the guest list.
Right.
You know? And that's what we did in Charleston that night. But then he was like, "Oh, you're here. You got to go down here, blah, blah, blah." And then everything got sideways, but then we saw Bill Murray walking through this place.
Yeah, it's like,
and I was like, he's going to go back there. So we followed Bill Murray, and then security stopped us and they wouldn't let us in. And then that was when Kevin came out on a balcony and saw Rebecca. He's like, "Let them back here," you know, and that's when Rebecca met Taj Mahal. So it was cool. So
how fun.
So,
but no, you didn't meet Bill Murray.
Yeah, Bill Murray was back
was
there
there
too.
too.
Yeah.
he was kind of wanting to hang with. Yeah, we didn't want to.
We didn't really talk to Bill Murray because I get
we don't want to.
I don't want to.
Right, he was there. Yeah, he was there to talk to them. Right.
Yeah, I don't want to
intrude on
when I get around
yeah.
people that I really admire. I feel real weird being puppy dog on them. You know, I just you know.
Yeah.
So
I know some people that are completely the opposite of that. That are just they.
Oh, can I get a picture? Can I get a picture?
Yeah.
And, you know, or can I get an autograph? I just feel they probably put up with that so much. You know, it's got to be a weird position to be in to be that famous. You know.
Well, maybe one day we'll all find out. We'll all find out.
Yeah, right.
I love that. I knew that I knew those stories were coming, so I'm glad that we were able to tap into that. Kev Mo and Taj, crazy stuff, man. And Matt, God rest his soul.
Yeah.
All right, so let's talk a little bit about you guys.
Okay.
So you became the Nouveaux Honkies. How did that come together? You kind of touched on the name and how that kind of evolved. So let's get that story because I know everybody wants to know.
Yeah.
Well, we started playing together probably for about a year, right? Before we
2005.
Before we became the Nouveaux Honkies.
Mm-hmm.
About a year or 2 years or something.
Yeah. 2006 we did that demo.
When you were the Angry Tims.
Not
we
really.
were a few things. We were, and then we were, well,
remember Edith's
Head.
That
We
was
had a
weird
bunch of
duo.
names. And then we were like, we're never doing a duo again.
Yeah.
Because we played a 4-piece band for a long time. But if you want to, how we got our name.
Yeah, we got some local guys. We did a record. Who was on that was Phil on that? Phil was playing drums.
Oh, on the
And
original.
was Frank Cramblett playing bass on that one?
I think Ben. Was
it Ben on the
Maybe
on the
not.
Nouveaux Honkies
No,
record?
Ben was on
Yeah,
the
I think
Where'd
we
I
did
Go?
a little demo. We did a little
Yeah.
demo CD to try to get gigs, and it was
Right.
all like blues classics.
Yeah.
And this was in 2006.
It's called the Nouveaux Honkies.
It was just self-titled Nouveaux Honkies, and we did like some Ray Charles and T-Bone Walker.
Cool little thing. Yeah.
We did, yeah. It was pretty much a straight blues record. And then
Well, that's when we were the Nouveaux Honkies. But
yeah, that was when we came up with the name. Before we came up with the name, we were driving back from South Carolina. We didn't know because we had all these different names. We were coming back from South Carolina, and I'm a huge fan of Eric Culbertson.
Okay.
You know Eric?
It's not familiar to me. No.
He's one of the best guitar players alive.
Now I got a rabbit hole to go down.
Yeah. So Eric's out of Savannah, and we decided when we left South Carolina, we were going to just stop in Savannah for a night and just hang out and go out. It was a Sunday night, and I was kind of bummed because it was like a lot of, nothing against karaoke and that stuff, but like Savannah used to be this huge blues town in the 90s when we would go there. Eric owned a club called Savannah Blues back in the day, and we would play there with Eddie Kirkland and different things. And anyway, we pull into town, and it was just like, it just wasn't happening. I'm in a really bad mood. And we're walking up, there's like this weird spiral staircase coming off of the river. Right down from there's a little place it used to be called the Fiddler Crab. And we're walking up the stairs, and I just hear straight up Band of Gypsies guitar. Just like, and I'm just like, that's Eric. So we go right back down the stairs, you know. We go right back down the stairs, and we go in the back door of the Fiddler Crab. I hadn't seen Eric in a while. And the hurricanes hit in 2004, then more hurricanes hit in 2005. So this is probably the end of 5 or beginning of 6. And he's like, "Hey, man, what you been doing, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, yeah, I met Rebecca. We're trying to book gigs. Like, what up and down the coast is still open. And we ended up talking about a place called Dave CC Club. It was in Tallahassee. It had turned into Bradfordville's Blues Club. And I was like, what's up with what's up with Dave CC? He goes, oh, some dude bought it. They changed the name to Bradfordville's Blues Club, like some like pseudo Nouveau Honky guy.
I was like, that's it.
No way.
And then Rebecca said,
I was like, that's it. Nouveau Honkies.
Rebecca said that's the name. So that's
great.
Yeah.
So bypassing, yeah.
Yeah. So Eric kind of,
And which was a very brilliant idea because no one can spell nouveau, and honkies is not PC.
Yeah, I was gonna say just a little controversial. I have to admit, after prepping for this show, I will never forget how to spell nouveau because I've typed it and written it so many times.
Just
and
take a bunch of vowels, throw them in the.
Yeah, I would always get the OU and the EA.
Yeah.
Mixed up, and I was like, "Well, that doesn't look right."
Well, it was so funny because when we first started, it was like spelled the Spanish way, like Nuevo Honkies.
Because we didn't know how to spell it.
We had no idea. And then I went on
tour. We're honkies. We don't know how to spell nouveau.
And then I went on tour in France, and we became the Nouveau Honkies.
Without
and then all
the
the French guys were like, "Is there more than one person?" And I was like,
You gotta have
and
an
they got to
X.
have an X. So it's like,
So we went
had no
through
idea.
like about a year before we spelled
we
it
even
right.
spelled it right. So that should have been the
Well,
telltale
what a
sign.
wonderful evolution there.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's funny.
Yeah, we should have known better. But
You're like Nuevo? No, it's Nouveau. We're just honkies. We don't know how to spell it.
That's so funny.
that's kind of how the band started. 2006, I think 2007. Did we go to the IBC in 2007 or 8?
I can't remember. But the Ashley was a huge, like,
Yeah, we ended up
around
getting a
here.
Thursday gig at the Ashley.
Remember
like-
the Ashley?
Oh, in Stewart?
In Stewart.
With what is now the Spritz. That's right. Yeah.
It turned into Mulligan's for a while.
Mulligans.
Yeah, the
They
Ashley
ripped all
gang.
that heart pine floor. Oh.
Mulligans
About to get
ripped it
mad.
out. Yeah.
Get
No.
mad.
Next.
All right.
Keep going. Yeah.
But it was really cool because Thursday nights, whoever was playing at the lyric, that was when gigs. Remember when gigs got over at like 1 in the morning?
Yeah.
Like 1:30 in the
Wow,
morning.
those days are over.
Those days are over, man. So we
sad
had a
about
gig that started at like 10.
Right.
And then the lyric gigs would end at like 10:30, and then we were always the after party,
Mm-hmm.
and
we met so many of our
so
fans.
many people at that gig.
And we started collecting emails back then.
Yeah.
And then just, always had an email list.
And so by 2007, I think Treasure Coast Blues Society nominated us to go to
International
the IBC,
Blues
and then the following year,
competition.
I think we went back the following year.
We did. Yeah.
Yeah. But it was just crazy because all the people we had met from the lyric, all the bands, all the musicians, all the people that would be over there, it was just a poppin' Thursday night. And that's pretty much what put us on the road. That was like the whole thing that put us on the road.
That's great. When did you guys make that shift from that kind of blues thing to the more Americana style that
Just writing.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
it's
just where you
kind of
kinda
like
fell
when you're
into.
writing your own music,
We're not.
it's it's hard to me like I
And
work
we weren't
13
that
hours in
sad.
a textile
Yeah.
mill. It's like we did an original record.
Where do I go?
Yeah, Where Do I Go
Was
came
our
out
first one.
2008 or 2009.
Yeah.
Shout out to Gala Rivera, because he produced that whole record for us and did that whole thing. We recorded that record down in Del Rey, I think.
Yeah.
And what a great guy Gallo was. I met him on a Johnny Cash tribute jail gig
No kidding.
that a guy named Tony Leffler would go into the jails and they do this Johnny Cash thing, and I would play guitar on those gigs.
Wild.
So it's just wild how all that stuff works out, But that gig, that particular record had a song written by Mike Rivera named Velvet, and that was a straight up Western swing tune, straight up like Bob Wills sounding Western swing tune.
What was that? But there was a radio thing that we got really high on. I can't.
Yeah, that was the other thing. When that record came out, we were charting number 3
What's the
on
name of
Roots
that?
Music
Roots
Report.
Music
Roots
Report.
music. Okay, I
And
do.
that was
Yeah.
back when radio stations used to report instead of the
right.
Nielsen SoundScan stuff.
We were
Right.
getting.
So we just it was killer. Like we were getting a lot of
And
traction
then
from that.
Also, what happened was when we went to the IBC, which is the International Blues Competition, we met Jim Nestor and Leo.
Yeah.
We met Jim Nestor first, and
Also Dennis.
Dennis.
Dennis was from Memphis.
Yeah, and they were like really they were like, hey, y'all want to do something and
Yeah.
everything. So we ended up, but they were mostly blues. Like we toured on the blues scene for so long, and then people were like, y'all aren't blues
Well, that was the
enough.
weird thing. We
Y'all
would go,
aren't- then we do country. Y'all aren't country enough.
yeah, you see a fiddle or a violin in a blues band, and it just like throws a. You also have to think back in late 2000s, 2008, 9, 10, like now female fiddle players just grow on trees. They're just falling out like pine cones. They're
Right.
everywhere. But back when we started, like hot,
Pine cones.
yeah, like hot violin players, it was kind of rare. You know, it was kind of like a rare thing. It wasn't.
Thanks, babe.
No, it just wasn't that common. And we would be on these blues gigs, and we did a lot of stuff like going back to Matt Guitar Murphy's brother, Junior Parker. Floyd Murphy played with Junior Parker on all the stuff from Memphis and West Memphis. So like Junior Parker and the Blue Flames, Matt would be like, I named that band. But it was like that stuff is pretty country blues. Like they covered Mystery Train. They it was a lot of country blues.
Right.
So that was kind of where we were kind of heading in that direction. So we'd be at some of those blues fests with the dudes that, they stand there playing air guitar and grabbing their ball sacks, like watching the guitar player like play. And it's like that rock and blues. And that's kind of where the blues was at the time.
Mm-hmm.
And then we would do these blues festivals, and we were like
Trying to
playing
be very authentic.
train beats and playing authentic, what I
T-Bone
thought was,
Walker types.
what I
Yeah.
thought was authentic blues, but they're like, play some blues, man.
Right. They wanted,
Yeah.
that what Stevie Ray Vaughan kind of started
Yeah.
with that whole vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thurgood more. Yeah.
Thurgood too, yeah.
Like that kind of thing.
I feel like in that time period, you had guys like Kenny Wayne Shepherd, who was
Yep.
out there just shredding.
Shredding.
And
For
Johnny
sure.
Bonamassa
Lang,
was coming up.
Bonamassa was coming
Yeah.
up. So like,
Yeah, we got to open up for him in
Yeah, we opened
Atlanta.
up for Bonamassa and we did some great shows.
Yeah.
But it was just kind of that thing. So we kind of started.
And then the writing was
Yeah. And then the whole thing, I mean, I don't
roots in
write
Americana.
blues songs. I don't really write blues songs. I don't know. It just feels weird.
yeah. Well, speaking of writing, you guys really, when you really dig into your tunes, the lyrics, lyrically, because like you guys boogie, like, and we'll tap into, you just dropped a record just a couple of days ago or yesterday.
Yeah. Yeah.
And so I listened to it earlier today, man, and it just jams. Just everything
Thanks.
is a vibe.
Thanks, Brad.
But lyrically, the Honkies records, there's some just interesting concepts. And when we take a break before we get you guys up to play, there's a song that we'll feature with a music video where I was like, this song is wild, and the video is even wilder, but it's wrapped into this comfortable Americana sound, and so there's so many layers to what you guys do. Everything is so interesting, and like I have my favorites we'll talk about later, but it's so different. There's nothing really bubblegum about what you guys do. It really is interesting lyrically and story wise.
Tim's really good with stories for sure.
It just interesting stories, not like I went down the street and saw my baby with another man, that kind of thing. Those are songs that I write. So like very cool. How did you kind of like dive into that style of writing, you guys?
I don't know.
That kind of thing.
Hey, Tim's like one of those people that, I mean, he'll write a song in a couple of minutes, and or he'll, like, it used to happen all the time. He'd just be in the middle of the night. He goes, "Oh, I had a dream. Wait a minute. A band was playing. Wait, I can write that down. I can steal that."
Yeah.
So he would just like,
I can
like
steal
from
it
a
from
dream.
my brain.
Well, yeah, because he would be like, I'm not stealing it from anybody else. He used to dream up things, and he would just get like, yeah. And recently, like just through conversations and his new albums, like a lot of his stuff is through conversations and things.
Just
but,
weird words that somebody
right.
says.
And he's just like, whoa.
Somebody says something funny, and I write it down on my phone.
But
That's
I
so
remember
funny.
it used to be a lot of dreams and everything.
Used to be a lot of
Lots
weird
of dreams. Yeah.
So.
Well, you guys know John Prestige.
Oh gosh.
dude,
yeah.
what a
when-
writer!
When we interviewed him years ago, right after he dropped his album, and he had a similar songwriting process, right? So he would hear somebody say something and he'd write it down, and he'd go, on a napkin or whatever, and he'd go and he'd write it. And he said the songs would just come through in minutes. He'd never spend any time on them. And also a prolific storyteller in his writing as well.
Absolutely.
And it's just funny that you guys are similar in that way.
John's my favorite. Yeah, I love that guy.
Okay, yeah. He's great. I need to have him back on. It's crazy that he lives like just around the corner from here, but
he lives around the corner from here. I'm gonna go creep up on him tonight.
Last I heard, anyway. Well, let's talk about your new album.
Okay.
Just dropped yesterday, and it's called Shiver Hot Walking.
Yeah.
So let's walk through that, and the top song on there, or the first track, is Shelved Me Dirty.
That's a song Rebecca wrote, actually.
You wrote that song?
Yeah.
Dude, what a jam, man.
I wrote, I wrote down a poem. I'm just kidding.
A poem. A poem. A poem.
A poem.
He makes
A
fun of
poem
me.
is a South Carolina way to say poem.
It wasn't. No, I had to get out some feelings. I'll just say that I had to get out some feelings, and then Tim, picked up my notebook, and
Well,
he's
she left
like,
her notebook on the next to the couch, and I saw these lyrics.
Sly dog.
This thing.
"Well, no,
jotted
I have
on
nothing to hide. He can read whatever."
And I thought
But
it was
he-
about me. I thought we were done.
Yeah,
So
but actually, I will say what it's about. Animal abuse.
No kidding.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I told him that. He goes, "Oh, okay."
I
but
felt
anyway,
so good. She got home. She was all happy. I was like, Rebecca, is everything okay?
it's
And
it's
she's
a
like
very
putting stuff in the refrigerator.
it's a very
Like,
dark song, and it's not like something like I feel weird every time we do it because I like happy stuff. I
Yeah.
don't know. So Tim recorded this one for that, but he rearranged a bunch of the things.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was about dog
Yeah.
abuse, animal
Nice.
abuse. Yeah.
So we got, and Jake, Rockin' Jake played harp on that. He came.
Ah,
and
man,
played harp on
that is a great opening track too, because it starts off, just a little guitar, and then that thing comes ripping in, and I was like, oh, I'm hooked already.
Yeah, Jake's awesome. So that was cool for him to come over. It's funny that when COVID hit, that was one of those weird things with a record we did in 2017. We didn't sell any mechanical copies of the record because of streaming, and we didn't see any money because of streaming.
Right.
And I was in
And the car companies,
and there's
they
no
take
CD,
out the
yeah.
CD players.
So I was just in a
all
really
part
bad
of the
mood.
all part of the process.
And then when COVID hit, we lost that whole year. And then I was like, you know
we
what?
had just done that video too. We're like,
Yeah.
yes, we're gonna have a minute for that video for
Yeah.
playing cards. No,
Right.
And I was just like, I'm not writing songs no more.
We just were like, screw it.
I did not write a song. I kind of wrote a song here and there, but never would write lyrics down. All the way up until the point of last fall,
Mhm.
I broke my foot. I ran my foot over with my bicycle,
Oh no.
and I broke my foot and fractured my ankle. And I was really depressed. I was really depressed about COVID. I didn't want to write anything. If a song idea came to me, I would just be like, I'm not even going to write it down. It's not even worth even trying to finish this. So, and then I
We
broke.
spent so much money on albums, going out to Texas and then doing radio promotion and
Yeah.
doing all
When
the
you release
and
early-
hiring
So it's really
these
like
people. I mean, it was
devastating.
like, I mean, it hurt. I mean, just the debt of all that. It was
there
just
was
crazy.
no
So
back end anymore.
there's no reason to feel like, hey, let's do this.
Like you sell
You're like-
12, 15, 17,000 copies of a record where you're making all that money at $15 a pop.
Right.
You're like, dude, that's a really good amount of money to make, like on the back end. And then when all that back end was gone,
It's just like, let's just go throw some money in the fire.
yeah, it's just like,
basically.
why don't you just, yeah. So I was just bummed. I broke my foot, shattered my ankle. I was in a boot, and I have a little studio where I go in and just joke around and do stuff. And
You guys just gave me, not to interrupt you, but I have to say it because I have to commit it to my brain. You guys just inspired me to do something. Gave me a great idea. I will share it with you, but I can't share it on here.
Ooh,
Okay.
I like a secret.
So I'll remind myself.
Okay, I'll
That's-
remind you too.
It might be a game changer for everyone, for everything.
yeah.
Anyway, I'm so sorry. Carry on.
No
No.
problem. So anyway, so I go in the studio and I have a notebook of papers, like probably that thick. And I just started pulling out lyrics. And I told myself, while I'm hobbled up here, I'm going to finish a song a day. I'm not going to leave this spot until I finish a song.
And he did not. He was in that room. Like,
Oh no.
So
it was awesome.
So I just went in there and I just started finishing old ideas. So if you look at this, like the song "Shiver Hot Walking," that's a song from 2005.
Crazy.
That's how old that song is.
I remember when he let me hear it. I would listen to the things that he had recorded about it. I was like, oh my God,
The
this stuff is so
closing
good.
song "Fish Food" about the dude that kills everybody or kills his girlfriend. The last song on there.
Yeah.
She was watching the ID channel, and I just came up with this weird
I was like,
Dexter
Oh my
thing.
God.
Yeah.
That song is like 2007.
Like when
Wow.
Dexter was,
There's a lot of really old ideas on there, but in the process of telling myself I'm going to sit in this room and I'm going to finish a song, we started going to gigs, and I would get an idea that the song "Life's Looking Up When You're Laying on the Floor."
Mhm.
That's a line that Rich Lyons told me in 2013 or 14. He fell down one night and he's like, "Leave me down here. Life's looking up when I'm laying on the floor."
What a genius.
Mostly all old ideas, but then there was a couple new songs on there, like Bud the Stud. The song "Bud the Stud" on there was a song when I was in LA in like 2001 with my buddy Anthony Davis.
Wow.
These songs are like super
Tim
old.
said he had like computers that some were about to die, and he's like, I have all these songs that he had been recording throughout the years.
Yeah, all
too.
ideas, like little
And
demos.
he's just like,
Right.
you know what? I just want to get it all out and out there.
Yeah. And then so my baby doesn't drink anymore. That was just that we were playing at Barbecue Beer like right after New Year's, and my buddy Mike was like, "Hey, how was your Christmas and your New Year's?" I was like, "We're up in South Carolina. Everybody buys me bourbon for Christmas." And then it's like, I don't have anything to do. I am drinking too much. And he goes, "Well, did Rebecca help you drink any of the bourbon?" I was like, Rebecca doesn't drink anymore. And he's like, "Well, you don't drink any less."
Yeah.
So my baby don't drink anymore. I don't drink any less. So I went home that night and wrote that tune, So it's just,
Well, it's
Within
nice
a
that you
few
got
minutes.
inspired again.
I got
feel
really
like,
inspired to write.
because
And
I feel like writing is a process. For me, like I would only write songs when I was depressed.
yeah.
And like, it sounds cheesy, but Jordan will appreciate it. When I met Jordan and we started hanging out, I wasn't depressed. It's the best thing that ever happened to me in my life. And I didn't write a song for years, for almost all the way up until this past year.
Wow.
I wrote a couple tunes, and but before that, it was just like a faucet. You turn it on, and I kept journals and was miserable. Because I did the cruise ship thing while you guys were touring the country. I was touring the world in a tin can.
We had a drummer that did that, and
Oh,
woo, yeah,
awesome, but also
Love
just
Brian.
really soul sucking.
Yeah.
So that was a great time for me to write. I wrote so much, and I kind of did the same thing as you. I went back and found old ideas and pulled things out, and but like Jordan has been my peace, just my peace for the last decade,
Yeah.
and I don't feel like I had to write. I barely write in my journals anymore. It was all to get out all that angst so I could literally get through the day. And now I'm just living in the moment. It's great. But now I don't write records anymore.
Yeah.
Well, like some of the songs, like Tim's right.
Oh, they're
I feel like
cheesy, dude.
I feel like I told Tim he needs like a super cheesy record with some of these, and then he needs like and then we need the honky stuff because he'll try to pull out stuff. There's fun.
There's fun. Yeah, I mean, that side of hanging out with. I mean, who writes songs about that side of just being super funny, hanging out with your buddies, just having a good time? We always go to those dark places. It seems like,
Sure.
So with this record, I just was like, I'm putting all this stupid stuff out there. We're just putting this.
Dude, it was so fun.
So,
I remember
it's just fun.
I heard about it when you dropped a video kind of going through one of the songs. I can't remember what it was offhand, but you were in your studio and you were just kind of walking through the song and talking about it and talking about the parts. And I did hear your pedal steel joint in there, and I was like, oh yeah, that's the good stuff.
Yeah,
Man, it was so good.
Thanks.
It was so good.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank
yeah,
you.
very
I'm
much.
really excited to put it
Congratulations,
out.
Tim, because he's been working so hard on all that.
And
so.
it's also so nerve-wracking to put something out that I don't have a proper engineer. I don't have a proper producer.
Right.
But I'm like, whatever. I'm just gonna put it out.
Oh,
Yeah.
so I do want to say though that if you are, and you should go to his Spotify page, it's actually Patrick T. O'Donnell.
That's right. I was going to ask you, is that obviously it's your name. That makes
That's
sense.
my name.
Your full
Yeah.
legal government name.
Yeah.
Yeah, his dad took Pat.
Well, I was trying to look
So-
for something on a name that just wasn't taken on Spotify, and every name that I put in there, if it's Tim O'Donnell, there's 8,000 Tim O'Donnells
Right.
on Spotify. So
Patrick
yeah.
Set
T.
yourself apart.
O'Donnell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, I did notice that. I mean, it made sense to me straight out of the gate, but that's awesome. Well, you're not the only one doing cool and interesting different stuff. Rebecca, you recently, I mean, I guess this is a year deep now that you've been in a new venture and a House of Color.
Yeah. So probably like a few years ago, I went and got a color analysis done with my girl in Palm Beach, and I was like really liking it, and I started. So what a color analysis is we find the best colors based on your natural undertones for your clothes, your hair, your jewelry, your makeup, and everything's just in harmony. You end up with a palette. You're either a spring, an autumn, a winter, or a summer. And then you get a fan of all your colors. So when you go shopping, you have this palette and everything mixes and matches and goes together. And like in music, everything's just in harmony. So that was really cool to me. And then I also do style analysis, and that was completely life-changing. And then when we decided that we were kind of going to chill out a little bit, I wanted to find something that I can do for years and for a long time.
Right.
You know, not physically taxing too much, and is in the air conditioning.
Up until recently.
Yeah. No. But anyway, I just completely fell in love with it. So I bought the franchise. House of Color is a franchise. So I'm in Stewart, but there's girls all over that do this. There's even a dude. So if you ever want to check it out, it's House of Color. And color is spelled the UK way because we're a UK-based company. So you can find your stylist and everything. But yeah, it's amazing. I feel so fortunate that I get to do two things that I absolutely love. I will never give up music. It's my heart, my soul. I love making people smile. But I also get to do color analysis and style analysis, and it just opens up a world to people, and they smile and they see it and they love it. And I feel very privileged to do what I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
That's so great. And
It's
and it works together so well. The two vibes.
Yeah, yeah.
So it makes perfect sense.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and all you musicians out there, come see me.
And yeah, I was gonna say who knew that we had a color palette.
Yeah,
I
it's
might
awesome.
I might have to get in on this. I don't, because my color palette currently is black and white and yellow.
Well,
That's
if you are a winter, then you can do black and white.
Well, I don't know what season I am. Salt and pepper, those are my seasons. Anyway,
I don't hate the black on you and the gray on you, so
good.
Yeah.
Good. Well, look, tell Jordan that. She's always like, you have a weird style. I was like, thanks.
Thank you.
You
you have a great
Thank you very much. All right, guys. Let's see. So I do want to touch on this before we go to break. Tim, you had mentioned on the Riffs and Rhythms podcast earlier this year, you were having a time. We were talking off air. Their air conditioner was out too, and it was But I did find this thing that you touched on interesting because I feel the same way. The Treasure Coast music scene is vibrant and alive and interesting, but it's also it's lawless in a lot of ways. They don't follow like established music cities like Nashville, New York, LA, even Atlanta and places, or Austin, another up and coming. I mean, I guess they're pretty established now, but we have this thing where we have so much talent, and then we have like I don't know, the bottom feeders that make money off of the talent in disguise. And we have good ones and we have bad ones. But in venues that kind of do the same thing, and musicians do the same thing. So it's like there's no unwritten rules. It's lawless. We live in the Wild West here, which is, an interesting thing. So you kind of touched on that on the podcast with those guys. So what is your take on the Treasure Coast music scene now that this is your home base now?
Yeah, it's vibrant. What a crazy thing to think that as a musician you could make a living in an area with so many venues. And there's so many places that you can't do that. When Rebecca and I lived in Knoxville, even, you'd think Knoxville, the whole area, the pay scale was so low there. It is a college town. There's a lot of competition.
But that's another whole story. I guess what I would wish would happen, is there would be a way for people that bring more to the table are valued more, and people that don't bring as much to the table, that are up and coming, or maybe they don't give a shit or whatever it might be, they aren't valued in the same way, and they're not lumped in the same category of like, oh, we have live music. And I guess so if you have a venue, and if you're a solo act and that venue pays $150 or $200 for a solo act to play there, when John Prestige shows up, Johnny Depp shows up with a full drum kit and all the other stuff, sorry, he needs to make more than the guy that makes $150, because I'm not going to say that it's not that he's better or worse or what it is, but it's just more of a draw. It's more of a commitment. It's more of somebody that just works 5 days a week in whatever job, and they're willing to go out and just play for some beers and shy money.
Yeah,
I wish the guys that booked particular venues, I wish they'd looked at it that way,
or would actually go out to the gigs and see, because so many times, when you're setting up, people are like, oh my God, they're going to be so loud. I'm like, we're not loud at all.
Yeah,
we want you to be able to talk like this right in front of us. But apparently,
so maybe it just takes another aspect of how artists perform, like what it is they perform. It's funny, like if Rebecca and I play a duo and somebody hires and they think we're going to be a dance band, we're not a dance band. Like when Rebecca and I are playing a duo, it's like that's no, but man, we'll put on a great show and tell you some funny stories. And so it's framing everything as how it gets framed. And then there's other bands that will have a crazy ring. I know like, for instance, if there's a venue and they have music Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night, and whoever books that venue and they go, okay, we pay trios X amount of money. We pay 4 pieces X amount of money. We pay 5-piece bands X amount of money. In the case of like a band like Girlfriend Material, where the bar ring is off the charts. It's a freaking party, dude. They're killing it. Like, dude, those guys need to make more money than the 10-piece band that people show up to drink water. And I guess I just wish there was a little bit more nuance on how budgeting worked. And
yeah,
again,
so
that's just me.
I feel like when venues, because when I was playing back in 2002, 2001 in a line dance country band, we played top 40 country music, line dance, honky tonks, line dance clubs. That was the big thing back then. And we booked directly with every venue, every bar that we played for. There were no booking agents for what we did. And we knew all the other bands in the circuit, and we all worked together. We were friendly, and there's some bands that weren't so friendly. But what I think when third parties started getting involved, their job was to just fill the calendar. with who. And I
They're just
got
filling the calendar.
I got in trouble when I was started doing my one-man band show. Everybody thought that when I showed up, I was a soloist, a solo guitarist. So they had a corner for me like this, you know, and I was like, not going to fit. There's no possible. And then, you know, the thing that I hated the most was when they would ask me to dumb it down for the night. And I'm like, well, that's not what I do. That's not my show. Yeah. So, you know, you could either find another place to set me up or I got to go. And I would do that. And I got like blacklisted for a little bit. And I was like, listen, it's very simple. Bill me out as Brad Brock one-man band. And these are the dimensions that I need. I need a 6x6 area and nothing less. And so all that to say, when those people got involved, they were just filling calendars and the rate was the rate.
Right.
Rate's the rate.
And
Right.
we lost the communication with the bar owners.
Right.
Which,
So you could
which
go,
is really horrible.
you go in, you put on a killer show, everybody's digging it. You could go and negotiate with the bar owner or the manager and say, you know, well, we had a great night, right? But now they don't even want to talk to you because they got the other guy. We'll talk to so-and-so.
Yeah.
And it's like, okay, well, so-and-so doesn't care.
A lot of those people never even been to the venue. They don't even know what the venue is.
They don't
Right.
even know what the musicians are. They're
so
booking.
they'll
know.
book a band at a particular venue where people go to this venue to talk and hang out with families and eat, and then you bring a band in and they like rip everybody's hair off. It's not the proper thing for that particular
I feel like
thing.
the word that we're looking for is curation.
Yes.
You know, nobody goes to a venue and scopes it out on Thursday night and says, this person would be perfect for here on Thursdays. And then you go and you ask that person, I want you for Thursdays. What's the price? Mm-hmm. So there's no, you know, and it's because everybody's doing 100 things. And a lot of these people booking are playing also. And I have some that I have a great relationship with, and I count on them to fill my calendar, especially the during the week stuff, you know?
Yeah. Same.
And so, like, I have great relationships. And there's others that I do not communicate with at all because they pissed me off. And so, for reasons just like that, it's like, how, you know, why would you even put me in this place? Why would you even tell me to go and do this? And, you know, and then the cancellation, I don't know. We could go on and on forever about it. But I did find that fascinating during that interview. You were very passionate, much more passionate.
Sorry, I got mad.
Well, I'm going to go and cut the air conditioning off and see, see how you get.
Oh, you can get Tim going for sure.
But it just kind of validates my feelings about this. And it's interesting because this place is really in its infancy with the amount of places there are to play. Because when I lived here and I was playing, there was no place. There was like, you had to go to Vero Beach, or you had to go down to Jupiter or West Palm Beach area.
Yep.
You know, Stewart had the Rockin' Horse Saloon for a little while for me. And that was a great place. And then they turned it into a pool hall.
Yep.
Damn it. But there was no place in Port St. Lucie. There was nothing to do here. So it was really, and now, you know, everywhere has music. You can go and work every night of the week if you really want to.
If you really want to, it's awesome. And that's amazing. That's amazing that you can go out and work. And I'm not trying to, you know, take a duty in everybody else's sandbox, especially people that are booking stuff. But sometimes I think a little bit, if you're booking a particular place, the right act in that place,
like
can make
Brad
a
said,
huge difference.
curation.
The curation.
And I don't know. And I feel like that lands on us a little bit too, with being more concerned about how we're presenting ourselves, right? Whether it's online, whether it's in our demos, our YouTube videos,
or even the way you dress when you go on stage.
Yeah, you know, so it's, you know, there's some people that don't have any presence other than I play guitar and sing all the top 40 songs. Like, I want to play, you know, so like for me, I pay every month for my website. I pay for tons of stuff. You know, I put effort into my gear. I have loads of it. And, you know, and I lug it all around, like you were saying, you know, just because that's how I want to present myself when I perform. The songs are the songs. They're going to be the same songs that everybody else is playing, but how I play them and how I present on stage is a big deal for me. But then you know, you have other guys that don't, you know, and
people show up wearing. I guess I'll get worked up. People show up
There's
looking.
a time and place for everything.
People show up looking
Just
like they just rolled out of bed
everywhere.
with some piece of shit PA, and they sound like shit, and they drive more
Or no
people away from their or whatever. It's just, no, it's just
no
like,
PA. Yeah,
no, it's again
in and out.
It's like be
professional.
Right, because it only elevates the rest
It's
of
a
us
job,
too.
dude.
We all rise to the top if we all
Yeah,
put any effort in at all.
Yes. So as a musician, you need to bring it, and you need to really try to bring it. And anything you can put into your business, anything you can put in your song list, anything you can put in the way you look, anything you can do to garnish fans, talking to fans on break instead of going out in the parking lot and shooting some Jameson and smoking a joint, and then like looking like you're all bummed out and then showing back up on stage, like all that stuff. Like create a fan base. Talk up the bartenders. Do everything to make money. We're in this to make money, people.
Yeah,
like
For
sure.
everybody, yeah.
like, you know, like everybody needs to make money. And if there's no patrons, there's no money. You have to take care of your patrons. You have to have respect for the people that come out and see you. You have to treat those people with reverence because they're giving you their time and their money to listen to what you're doing.
100%.
Like bring it. Like don't be a slacker. You would never if you go get a regular job, you can't show up on a job and look like a bum. Like don't be a shitbird, dude. Just you know.
Shitbird. I gotta write that down.
And then on top of it, for the people that book the places, again, this is speculation on my point. Maybe there's a certain budget that a venue gives you for the month. I don't know if this is how this works. This is what I'm
sure
thinking.
it's different on everyone.
It's probably different on different things. But if a venue gives a booking agent X amount of dollars a month, this is our music budget. And you're booking people that like can't keep people there and don't make the bar registers ring and that kind of stuff, you're doing the wrong thing. You need to figure it out. Like it just needs to get figured out to elevate the whole situation.
Booking agents used to scout people out.
That's
right?
what I'm saying.
Booking
You know,
agencies
and
scout people out.
it used to be like there would be a consultation, like or there would be a
Where you
vibe.
go.
Like
You go and
like
check 'em
the
out.
places that I would play in the country band back then, like we didn't show up to biker bars and do our show.
Yeah.
You know, we showed up at dance halls and honky tonks, and that's what we did.
Yeah.
We weren't playing, random places just because
Because
it
you
was
could
all-
fill a calendar.
Right.
Yeah.
It was like, no, we're a line dance band. If there are no line dancers there, then we should not be playing there. That was the thing.
There's no dance floor.
Right. Yeah. It's like, what are you talking about? But it's definitely changed over the years. Interesting topic. We might have to do a
Yes.
whole other show just on that. But yeah, we're living in it.
It's a tough
We're
one
living
for
in
me,
it. It's kind of up to us to really make the change.
Well, the thing is, we can elevate all of it. Everything across it can be elevated. And if somebody's an agent booking places, that budget can be higher. Your percentage can be higher. The venue can make more money, but it's up to us to make that happen.
Right.
And
Yeah.
we can make more money.
We are the talent. We are the resource. Like,
Yeah.
We're the product,
Yes.
if you will. The agents are selling a product. We're the product.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting. I've had many conversations with some of the agents around town and out of town about that very thing. And it's like, don't jump down my throat. Like
Sometimes I think they're just
need to watch. Like, what do you think? You make money because I show up to work.
Right.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You gotta, and it's just for asking for more money. Simple things. Asking for more money, asking for a bigger bar tab, whatever the case is. I want a meal, things like that. It's like, are these really things that are non-negotiable? Like, what are you talking about? Anyway.
Yeah.
Maybe I think one of the best things to do would be some of the largest booking agents, some of the largest talent buyers, restaurant owners that are dealing with those agents, and some of the largest draws of musicians. There needs to be like a big parlay, a big meeting where everybody sits down and we all sit down and figure out how to make this
And
work.
big robes with like the black hoods and
like
a mason
or even if like
in the cover of darkness.
Or even if like the managers and the people working there would just have like a little write-up for the bands, like after, because we hear so much stuff about things and be like, here, put that to the book. If the booking agents aren't going to come out, at least that could be the communication. Like, they were very loud, or they were perfect, or they look good, or maybe they,
But the truth is, the managers don't care. They only care about the complaints. If everything goes off without a hitch, what do they have to talk about?
Right.
So it's interesting. The managers, at least harking back to that time period, the managers would come out, and I remember this. It was, the 2000s, so like Rascal Flatts was like the thing. Cowboy hats were kind of going away, and so I was young back then, and so I showed up. And, we were trying a new edgier look, so the bass player had like a skull cap on, and I, had my hair spiked, and, we were trying to be the Rascal Flatts, and the manager of Uncle Mix, this was Kenny when he was still alive, Uncle Mix in Jupiter, he came out after our first set, and he was like, "What the hell are you guys doing?" Like, what's going on, man? And he was like, "You've never come in here looking like this before." He's like, "I ought to send you home right now." And I was like, "This is the thing. This is the style." And he was like, "Not in my bar."
That's awesome.
That's awesome, though. I mean,
and so in my car, or it was the car that I was in, I had my cowboy hat. So I went and got it and put it on. And I was like, "Okay, Kenny." I almost got kicked out of for similar situation in Cowboy Bill's in Key West. Another great, I think it's the only country bar on Duval Street. And the guy came out and was like, "You guys look like idiots." He's like, if you come out here looking like this tomorrow night, I'll send you home." And so we cowboyed up. Came out, we played the rest of the weekend, and it was great.
Some great owners.
But that's what I mean. They're not coming out like this. Already, if they're hiring somebody else to book the music, third party that doesn't live in the house, they're already thrown in the towel. Yeah. They don't care as long as somebody shows up.
Before there was an image they wanted to represent this.
Right. As long as you're like loud furniture, taking up the space and making the sounds. That's what they care about, and it's something we got to work through, and
for sure.
We have to be part of it because they've already thrown in the towel, and the booking agents, they're making their money and they're doing and truth is they're probably busy doing other things too. So
I just wish we could get together on it.
Yeah.
I just wish we could get together on it.
Well,
and there's a little bit more transparency on how much people are making on commissions, and it's actually a law. Yeah. Little things like that.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's some that are very transparent and are very honest about it. And then others
really
are like mysteries.
Yeah.
But okay. I think it's time for some music. What do you guys think? So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take a break. We're gonna play that video, playing cards with myself. Very cool. Very interesting. It's totally in your vibe. And then when that's done, we'll get some live tunes. What do you guys think about that out there? You guys talking to the camera now. I also want to say Todd Masoner is in the chat, and he said that they're Todd and Laura, they're so happy for that album. And since they can't see you once or twice a week anymore, it's great to hear you. So
we love you guys. Miss you.
All right, you guys. Well, we're gonna do that. We're gonna take a quick break, and when we come back, we got live Nouveaux Honkies. Don't go away. This is Jams and Cocktails.
Jams and Cocktails will return in a moment. But first, a shout out to our May Keg sponsor, the Riffs and Rhythms Podcast. Thanks for keeping the beer flowing. Would you like to become a JNC Keg sponsor? Reach out on social media and ask how. Now, back to the jams and the cocktails.
Man, he was taught to run before he could stand. He never threw a punch with an open mouth. And I seen him smile when he spit teeth out. With your windows down, don't bother locking doors. Never wear your boots on the hardwood floor. And how to shake the hand, how to shoot the gun. And when to fight and when to run. I know when to fight and when to run. I learned to cross the ocean and stormy seas. I learned to ride the highway on a bad machine. I learned to face the darkness without a light. Yeah, I learned to love you, baby, like it's our last time. Love you, baby, like it's our last time. I'm from somewhere that I don't know, and I was moved from there before I was grown. A big city life keeps me intrigued, but a small town is more my speed. I don't care to do what I might should. I don't care to do some things I could. And I'll share with you because I can. I don't have much, but I'll be your friend. I don't have much, but I'll be your friend. I learned to cross the ocean and stormy seas. I learned to ride the highway on a bad machine. I learned to face the darkness without a light. Yeah, I learned to love you, baby, like it's our last time. Love you, baby, like it's our last time. We're gonna cross the ocean and stormy seas. We're gonna ride the highway on a bad machine. We're gonna face the darkness without a light. Yeah, I'm gonna love you, baby, like it's our last time. I'm gonna love you, baby, like it's our last time. Love you, baby, like it's our last time. Yeah, love you, baby, like it's our last time. There.
This is a song that hasn't been recorded yet. First time.
This should be coming out soon, to tell you the truth. So, ready?
Yep.
You're burning up again, pretending to be feeling good when you're feeling bad. And I got the shakes and pains and aches from the day I had. You put on your face and say hello. Yes, it's what you do. Tighten up those boots and head out just like you're supposed to do. And I don't mean to sound cynical. I'm running low on love. Can you help me? Can me and stare me in the eyes. I don't wanna fight the world tonight. I don't wanna fight the world tonight. Yeah, I've never been the type who could ever admit defeat. But this time, baby, I ain't ashamed to say that you got me beat. Yeah, I'm feeling hypnotized and paralyzed, left laying dead in the street. Maybe it's time that I leave this town without a friend west of the Mississippi. And I don't mean to sound cynical, I'm running low on love. Can you help me? Can you help me? Baby, put your hands in mine. Can you feel it? Yeah, we tell ourselves that we'll make the time, and we never do. Will this ever be over? Will you let me sleep at night? Put your arms around me and stare me in the eyes. I don't wanna fight the world tonight. I don't wanna fight the world tonight. I don't wanna fight the world tonight. I don't wanna fight the world tonight.
Welcome back. I hope you guys enjoyed that performance of the Nouveaux Honkies. But now it's time to put them through the JNC ringer, as I like to call it. That's right. It's time to put your knowledge of popular music to the test in this thrilling round of Name That Tune.
Ooh, yeah. Do. Put your knowledge of pop music to the test with jams and cocktails. Name that tune.
That's right. And I'm your host for Name That Tune, Brad McGillicuddy. All right, we invite all of our live viewers to play along with us in the chats and the comments. We're looking for the name of the song and the artist or band performing it. Tonight's category is I don't have my notes up, so I can't remember what I wrote. But don't you worry. Yes. Tonight's category is Cafe Americana. Let's play. Let's play. I thought that this would be a terrible category for you guys, so we'll see. We'll see if I'm right. All right, here we go. Are you guys ready for the first clue?
Yes.
You're going to hear a 5-second clue. Write it down on the board. Write your answers on the board. Just hang on to them and see if our live viewers like to throw them in there because there's a little bit of a delay. All right, here we are. First clue, name that tune.
I pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about half-past.
Figured I'd start you off with an
Thank you.
easy one. Here it is again.
I pulled into Nazareth, was feeling about half-past.
Got it?
You know, I have to admit something, Tim. I find it very interesting. No one to date has ever written on the board in that
I need to do it that
landscape.
way.
You don't need to do it.
We both did it.
Did you?
Yeah, I did it that way too.
I've never seen anybody else do it in all the years we've been doing this show.
It's like a
so funny.
notebook.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. It's like a legal pad, right?
No, I usually write.
Oh, and
So-
I
Interesting.
think this is funny. This is actually really funny.
All right, Todd, I think got it in there in the chat. So what do you guys have here?
Well, I think it's funny because I got it right. The Weight by the band.
That is
okay,
correct.
and here's the thing. Tim got it right, wrong. This is how he makes set list. Don't just...
Take a load off, Fanny. The band.
This is how he writes set list. We don't even know the name of a song. He'll just write down...
Take a load off, Fanny.
I think you get extra
It
points.
is called The Weight.
It is called The Weight.
You're correct.
Oh, I know I am.
I know that's the proper title, but
They never say the weight in the song. So,
But that's how you do the set list. Yeah.
yeah.
Anyway.
Same way I
That's-
do set lists.
Yes,
That's funny.
it is.
So
I love it. All right, next clue. Name that tune.
Headed down south to the land of the pines. I'm thumbing my way to know.
You do that clue again.
Headed down south to the land of the pines. I'm thumbing my way to know.
I'll put the proper title down.
Not that we're not getting the set list version for this one.
No.
My brain's blank on the...
You play it one more time.
Here it is one more time.
Headed down south to the land of the pines. I'm thumbing my way to know.
That's
My brain's blank on it. I know the singer's name.
Now, Todd said Bob Dylan. It is a
It
Dylan
is,
tune,
yeah.
but this is by a different
Oh, I got it. I got it.
group.
I remembered.
He said Bob
You're
Dylan
cheating,
and
dude.
I
others.
didn't
Like
write
you were in
down.
school.
I know. I was cheating.
All right, let's see what you guys got.
It is Old Crow, but I didn't
Wagon
write
Wheel.
down.
Old Crow
It is
House.
Wagon Wheel, and that is the Old Crow version. Yep.
So rock me, mama, like a wagon wheel. Rock me, mama.
I've had a lot of problems with that song.
Yeah,
Most, yeah.
join the club.
Just because
It's just the most overplayed. This most
No,
overasked.
because you would roll a wagon
Oh.
wheel,
Yeah, that's
not rock a wagon wheel.
Well, we could thank Dylan for that one. There's a lot
Yeah.
of Dylan lyrics that don't make sense.
Yeah,
And-
you're correct.
All right. Next clue. This is one of my favorite songs, actually.
I am an old woman named after my.
Here it is again, in case you need it.
I am an old woman named after my.
Easy.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
love that
Yeah.
too.
Let's see what you got.
I sing it.
Yes, Angel
We
from
do this.
Montgomery, John Prine.
Make me an angel.
Great song.
The fly.
And Bonnie Raitt does a really nice version.
Bonnie
Like
Raitt
she'll
does
make you
it perfect.
cry with that
We
one.
actually were going to be releasing a cover version of this tune probably within the next 4 weeks.
Yes.
We recorded this tune, so
Oh,
I mean,
that's great.
I mean, the fact that John Prine can start a song off by saying, "I am an old woman," is amazing. That's what makes him. He was the baddest.
Yeah,
dude
he
in the
didn't
world.
live. He wasn't in his body when he wrote songs.
No.
Like he was whatever he was channeling.
yeah.
And like that's a perfect example of that.
The
The
fact
guy is
that you can
amazing.
write a song in a third person that doesn't have anything to do with him is amazing.
Yeah, my bucket list died when he died because all I wanted to do was give him a hug.
Oh,
We had Ray Kennedy mastered our last record,
hmm
and his wife was his
Manager.
manager.
No way.
His manager.
And Ray was like, "Dude, we'll get you guys hooked up."
I was gonna get my hug, but then
Then COVID hit.
hit. And
One of my favorite John Prine stories is him and Dave Goodman. All right.
Steve Goodman.
Steve Goodman.
Yeah.
Why did I just say Dave?
Dave
was like,
Goodman's
get-
awesome too.
Dave Goodman is here local. That's
Yeah,
why I
yeah,
always
yeah.
get it switched up. Steve Goodman and John Prine were in a hotel together, and they wrote "You Don't Even Call Me by My Name."
Yeah.
right.
And John Prine said, "This song is insane, and I don't want my name anywhere on it."
Are you serious? I didn't know
so
that.
they wrote it together, and he is not credited on that
I had
record
no
at all.
idea that John Prine was in there when
that.
Steve Goodman
Okay.
wrote that song.
Yep, they were in a hotel, probably in New York,
That's cool.
but you could fact check me on that. And yeah, he was like, "This song's crazy. I don't want anything to do with it."
Wow.
Wow.
John Prine, gone too soon, man.
Amen.
Okay, next clue. And I don't want. I'll tell you this later.
Okay.
I'll give you the clue first.
Well, my name's John Lee Pettimore.
Here's that clue once again.
Well, my name's John Lee Pettimore.
I'll give you a hint. The artist is not John Lee Pettimore.
Yeah.
That's definitely what Jordan would have written.
Yeah.
Because she heard it. She'd be like, "Oh, obviously, John Lee Pettimore."
Probably got it wrong, but
The amount of times I had to play this in the line dance band is
Really? Wow.
absurd. They have a whole dance to it, man.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's good to know.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
All right, let's see what you guys got.
Copperhead Road, Steve Earle.
Yep, Steve Earle Copperhead Road is correct.
So Ray
That's
Kennedy
right.
is also
Road.
No kidding.
is Steve's producer. So and he mastered our record. So.
I'm going to see Steve at the Lyric. He's coming next
No
month.
way, really?
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's really
it's
cool. I didn't know
51
that.
years of music tour.
Wow.
And John Hyatt's daughter is
Lily Hyatt.
opening.
Lily
Oh,
Hyatt,
wow.
yeah.
So I'm excited to see the show.
Yeah, we saw Steve at Brooklyn Bowl.
No kidding.
In
Brooklyn.
19, 18, something like that. Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
Yeah.
he's great. He's like
Cool.
That's cool.
Great
I didn't know
songwriter.
that.
The
Mastersons.
Mastersons were opening for him
Yeah.
on that whole tour.
no kidding.
Because I think we might have saw him in Texas too that year. So.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, the first time I didn't even see him play. I knew he was. I was working on ships. I was in my lounge. They cut my show short because they had a private party coming in, and Steve Earle was their private performer. So while I was playing my dinner time show, I saw him in the back of the room, just specking out, his joint, and he was listening. And when they cleared the room for everybody, I was tearing down, and he came up to kind of get going, and I was like, I have a bone to pick with you. Like, do you know how many times I've had to play Copperhead Road because of you? And he looked me dead in the face and he said, "How many times you've had to play Copperhead Road?"
That's an awesome answer. That sounds totally like him.
I was
funny.
like, touche. Can't
It was
really.
funny because we watched the sound check at the Masterson sound check at Brooklyn Bowl, and he was walking around the whole room when they were sound checking.
It's like what he does. It's like one of his things, man.
And I was like, I was sitting there, and he walked by, and he looked at me, and I was like, "Hey, what's going on, dude?" And he's like, "Not much." And he was like, "How you doing?" And we kind of had this conversation. I was just sitting there listening to the sound check for the Masterson stuff.
yeah, man. He's a very distinct looking man.
For sure.
He's what a change from when he was in his heyday to now, but
Yeah.
still
Yeah.
very distinct. I'm looking forward to the show.
Oh,
Jordan,
killer.
she's like, "I know Copperhead Road. I know no other songs," and I'm like, "Man, you're gonna learn today."
He's got some good songs.
So I'm
He's a great
stoked.
songwriter.
I'm stoked. It's gonna be great, and I like the lyric. It's nice. It's intimate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think he's just there playing guitar. He might have one other guy, but
Wow.
yeah, it should be good.
Hopefully he needs a steel player, and he gives me a call.
Yeah, Todd just said Galway Girl is one of my favorite tunes from him. I mean, yeah, it's just his version of that is next level.
Yeah.
Yeah, great stuff. Okay, final clue. Are you ready? Final clue. We'll bring it into this century.
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life.
know this band.
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life.
We broke Rebecca. We'll give it to you one more time.
I've been trying to do it right. I've been living a lonely life.
Todd slayed this whole game, by the way. He got everyone.
He's badass.
Kevin did a pretty good job, too. Kevin McLaughlin tuning in.
All right. Hey, Kevin. All right.
All right, let's see what you guys got.
You wrote the same thing as me. You did not write the same thing as me.
Hey Ho song by the English dudes. I don't know who they're.
Hey Ho. So let's see.
I got Hey Ho, Dirt Bomb, and the Apple Knockers.
We used to call it the Hey Ho song.
We called it the Hey Ho song every time we listened to it. Hey.
Well, you're so close because it's Ho Hey.
Oh, hey, damn it.
By the Lumineers.
Lumineers, that's right.
Are they
totally.
I don't think so. I don't think
they weren't, but they sounded English. By English band. Dirt Bomb and Apple Knockers sounds like an English band, right?
Yeah, it sounds like an English punk band.
Yeah. All right,
opening for the Sex Pistols.
Ho Hey?
Ho Hey.
Damn it.
How do they spell ho?
H-O.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys are all in it. Dang. In it to win it.
So when we'd go on the road and the Lumineers would come on, we called it the Hey Ho thing because there was all these bands there was these full on courses where it was just like, hey, ho, and I was like, that's not a course.
Yeah,
that's not a course.
It was you had Mumford and Sons.
That's who I thought
they kind of started it. You know,
yeah, Mumford and Sons started.
Well,
it,
no, let's go back to the '80s hip hop. They started it.
That's a whole other bag.
Blondie, going back to Blondie.
There you
go. Okay, so let's see where we're at. Oh man, we're cooking, but we're close. I'm gonna skip all this stuff because Jordan's not here, and we do a little segment with new guests, and I haven't done it in a while because we haven't really had any new guests. Everybody's been coming back, and then we make them eat spicy chips and things. So now they don't come back no more. But you guys familiar with Inside the Actor Studio, the television show with James Lipton?
I've heard of it, not familiar.
And it was at a college, and he used to interview famous actors, and these were all theater students or film students, and it would be huge stars, like Bradley Cooper had a full circle moment during the show because he was in the audience when he was a student at the school, and then he was being interviewed as Bradley Cooper, the actor.
Wow.
Both by James Lipton. And I thought that was very fun. Anyway, it was a huge show, and he had these series of questions that he would ask his guests at the end of their interview, and they were basically rapid fire, first thing off the top of your head questions. And so I'm going to do that. It's going to be a little weird with the two of you. So you guys are going to, whoever shoots off first, and then the other one gets a little more time, I guess, to answer. But are we ready to go inside the Lipton Tea? I think so.
Do we have buzzers?
Nope.
No? Okay.
Hello and welcome. I'm upside down. You can see we've not done this in a while.
The bat.
Let me fix myself.
There you go, dude.
All right, welcome to Inside the Lipton Tea. I'm playing the part of James Lipton, legendary host of Inside the Actor Studio. I'm here with the Nouveaux Honkies, Rebecca and Tim. I'm going to ask you some questions, and I just want you to honestly answer the first thing that comes to your mind. Are we ready?
Yes.
All right. What is your favorite word?
Are we supposed to answer?
Yes.
Are you going first?
Go ahead.
Shitbird.
Shitbird. I was one I wrote down earlier. All right.
Favorite word. All I have is curse words in my brain, but they're not my favorite words.
Well, you hang on to that one.
Yeah,
you hang on to that.
No. I don't know what my favorite word is. Oh, I have to answer?
You don't have to answer. We can move on.
There's so many words out there.
That is true.
There are
in many languages.
Yeah.
Shitbird. That was pretty good.
No,
that was very quick. Is good. That's got to be in the Oxford. All right. Well, maybe there's going to be a trend here that you'll be enlightened to. What is your least favorite word?
I can't think of it right now.
Know what this word is.
What's the word that everybody says that I get so aggravated when they say it?
It's good. You've committed it to purgatory there in your brain.
It's like a word everybody uses, and I can't think of what it is right now.
Bro.
No, that's not it. It's a word that it's a word people say.
This rapid fire is going great.
It's rapid fire. Yeah.
I'm the one doing the rapid firing
Oh,
here.
okay.
I think.
He's going to think about it later. He's going to be like,
I'll wake up tonight at 3
Well,
in the
what's your
morning.
least favorite word? Some people say moist or things like that.
That moist is a big one.
He likes that word.
I like
though.
that word. That's like
Yeah.
that's one of my more favorite
Yeah.
words. I say it's moist. Oh.
Bro.
Yeah.
You don't like
yeah.
the word bro? I say
don't-
it a lot.
I don't. It's just overused.
Todd said irregardless.
Irregardless is a good
That's
one.
a good one.
It is a very long word.
All right.
This is the word I'm thinking of is a word that newscasters say all the time, and they mispronounce it, but they properly pronounce it, and I can't think of what it is.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Oh, geez. I feel like I knew this one too.
They always say it, and then I'm like sitting on the couch, and I'm like,
Like guanabanas, but it's actually guanabanas.
Guanabanas. Yeah, it's not that one because I say guanabanas.
There was one.
Anyway, yeah.
There was one that they were doing. It's a disorder, and I think it's when you get the ringing in your ear.
Tinnitus.
Yes. Did you know it's not tinnitus? It's tinnitus.
Tinnitus.
That's true. Yeah.
So F that word.
Yeah, it's not that one. Was the one I'm thinking of, but it's.
You'll think.
I'll think of. I'll call you at like 3 in the morning and let you know. What
Perfect.
the word
Perfect. I'll add it
I'll
in
text
post.
you. I'll be like,
All right. Well, here's the next one. What turns you on? What turns you on? Gets you going.
Espresso.
Yeah. All right. I dig that.
wow, that's pretty good.
What turns you on,
going.
Tib?
Yeah. I think right before I shoot a fish when I'm spearfishing.
That moment, that
That
anticipation.
where I tell myself to calm down and I'm like really charged.
Nice. All right. What turns you off? What's the turn off?
Obnoxious people.
That's a good one. That's common.
That's common.
Yeah. What about you?
People that use the word energy.
Energy?
The word energy. Like, oh, the energy.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. In the
Turns
corporate
me off.
world, it's like the synergy.
That just turns me off.
What sound or noise do you love?
I mean, music. No, that's a very broad. So
Broad,
no,
yeah.
because I don't like a lot of music. What sound or noise do I love?
What do you think?
The ocean.
Oh, yeah. That's a good one.
The ocean and the birds, all that. Yeah, yeah.
That's a good noise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I just put
Peaceful.
that on, like
Yeah.
ambient sound when I'm working in here.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, yeah.
Oh.
Sometimes I get musiced out, you know. I listen to it all day,
Right.
working with it. And sometimes I just like to hear nature sounds.
Music changes. The oceans.
I think that sound that turns me on is when I hear, this is another spearfishing reference, but it's that click of the spear gun, and then the bump of a Goliath grouper. So it's like you hear that sound, and then you hear the Goliath grouper trying to go eat the fish, and he's going, boom, 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 and you know that your buddy's over there like fighting them off. It's
Crazy.
cool.
Yeah, those are sounds I have never heard.
Yeah.
I'm a sailor, man. I live on top of the water. I don't get in there.
It's a cool sound.
I'm like on land. Yeah, you go into
because
the water.
because like your ear, like the sound underwater is way
Totally different, yeah.
But you hear this certain little click, and you know your buddy just shot a fish, and then you hear the Goliath grouper trying to eat his fish, and you know that there's a struggle going on.
There,
and it's kind of like you're like, that's a cool sound.
that's funny.
So
That's
yeah.
a scenario in your head. All right, what's your least favorite sound or noise? What do you hate?
Oh man.
I mean, there's so many. Like, I'm trying to. I'm like, what that?
The sound of Tim's voice in the morning.
Yeah.
No, I like the sound of his voice in the morning. No, like, there's so many sounds I don't like. What do you? Go ahead, Bart.
I think
like particularly.
I think my least favorite sound is they always really piss me off is shitty cymbals.
Oh,
when
yeah.
I'm playing.
Yeah.
Just shitty ringy stupid cymbals that don't fit in the mix. So that could be Can't Find My Way Home by Blind Faith.
Okay.
Listen to that song again and listen to this stupid cymbal. Go listen to that tune.
I don't even know.
Oh, now I'm going
why
to listen
it's-
for it.
Yeah, so listen to Blind Faith,
like,
Can't Find My Way
wow.
Home, and you're just like,
Really?
what is
That became
guy?
a hit?
Like,
Okay.
what is that guy?
That was a lot of hits.
Like, what is this symbol? But when I'm on stage, that song brings me back to being on stage with a drummer with a really shitty cymbal.
Crazy.
And you're just like, what is that symbol? It doesn't do anything or anything. So,
interesting.
bad symbols.
Bad symbols.
Yeah.
All right, everybody's favorite one. What's your favorite curse word?
My favorite curse word?
Yeah, what's the one you use the most frequently? Your go-to.
Are my parents listening? I'm just kidding.
We're old. We can
I
take
like
curse words.
I like a lot of curse words. Do I have a favorite?
Mine is the C word. Unfortunately,
Good word.
when I used to.
Not crap, but the other one.
Yeah. Yeah. See you next Tuesday. And that was because I spent a lot of time with like the English
Yeah.
in my abroad.
So they say that word a lot.
It's regular. It's just
Regular.
it's as common as we say the F word.
Yeah.
Or or the B word. I think it's like.
I mean, I think crap's just fun to say.
Crap.
Yeah.
You're
crap's
so
fun.
You're being so
Vanilla.
I like them all.
You're being
No, I like them all,
conservative.
but
Well, what about you two? What's your go-to? Is it Shipbird?
My thing is mother bitch.
Mother bitch?
Mother bitch. Like
oh no, you don't understand. Tim makes up curse words like all the time.
if you could hear me like so today I cut my thumb working. I make up a lot of curse words.
He's
when
a
I'm
professional
working.
curse word maker upper.
I make up good curse words.
He does.
You got to write a book, man.
But mother bitch is like right. There's your other one. It's up there higher.
Oh yeah, when you have to elevate.
Different elevation. But in the middle, like the start of all of it, the start of all the downfall is typically like mother bitch, and then
it goes from there.
Then it elevates. But that's how it all starts for me.
And crap and mother bitch. I love it.
Crap.
I love it. Okay, so here's an interesting one. What profession would you like to try other than your own?
I'm trying the one I love.
Yeah, I think that's
Correct.
good.
Yeah.
And
But
what
yeah.
about you, Tim? Would you
Yeah,
like to be
Tim.
a carpenter?
Oh, God.
A carpenter replacing floors?
Oh God.
A profession that I'd like to do other than my own.
Or just try?
I'd like to be a lawyer.
Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to be a lawyer.
Fun. I've done jury duty, and it's a circus, and it's really fun to like watch that unfold. And those people are entertainers for the most part. That what they're doing is selling a story.
Exactly. I would love somebody just give me their law degree for like 6 months.
Talk to my brother. He needs someone.
Hey, man.
To
Just be like, you passed the bar.
Can I borrow that law degree?
And I could just borrow this law degree and go in there and be like, like that would be great for me. I'd be really fun.
He's a very good at
Yeah.
I watched a lawyer one time. He was trying to make a point about eminent domain and how the state wanted to take a piece of this guy's property, and it was pivotal to his construction plans. And he was like, so that was the whole thing. And the guy, his closing statement to us as the jury was like, he was there, he had a pair of scissors, and he was like, you see this tie? And he cut the tie in half, and he was like, now it's just a dumb tie. It's useless. It looks stupid. And he's like, and that's what the state's trying to do to this man's property.
That's a good.
And I was like,
that's a good closer.
And I watched the state attorney just roll her eyes and laugh. And I was like, that's good. It was a nice move.
That's a good move, man. That's a powerful move.
Yeah. Straight up, just cut his tie. And I was like, those scissors are dull. Those are some dull ass scissors. Yeah. Anyway. So you're already doing what you would attempt. You don't want to be a plumber or a policeman?
No.
No.
Good.
No.
I wish I could be a comic, but I'm terrible at telling jokes. So.
He tried.
I tried for a while.
I would love to see evidence of that for sure.
You probably would have laughed.
I love it.
Not a lot of people laugh. A couple of times I got laughs.
All right, 2 more questions. In standard form here, what would you not do as a job ever? What's your total not would ever do it?
Are you ready?
You go ahead.
I don't think I could be a financial planner for somebody.
It takes a certain skill set. I don't possess it. Thank God my wife does.
Yeah, I don't know if I could. That'd be weird.
Tell people what to do with their money, and then cross your fingers that you got it right.
I got it right. That would be a tough one.
What I would not want to do. I mean, I guess a lot of things. Yeah. Just anything with competition. I don't like competition at all. So any kind of job that has competition, I don't thrive off competition at all.
Interesting, like sales or things like that.
Nothing with competition. If someone else wants it, go ahead and have it. I just want to make people smile and be happy and all that. But no, I'm not a competitive person.
Good.
Yeah.
I like that. I dig that.
Yeah.
And finally, if heaven exists, what would you want to hear God say when you arrive at the pearly gates?
Welcome.
Wow.
That's definitely solid because there's some other things he could say.
Yeah.
Gates closed. Heaven's closed for you.
What do I want to see? Wow. That one kind of hits me.
Oh.
Do you remember Zavele? The Z? So some of the lefty Hathaway tributes for
Dr. John.
Dr. John tributes. Zavele was a young. She was super young. I don't even know if she was 20 when she was hanging out, but she had a extreme knowledge for music. And just recently she left. She got engaged. She moved to Texas, but she came up to me before she left, and she said, she just came up to me. She just said, "Well done, sir." And I thought that was a cool thing to say to somebody. Yeah, that one goes down to Z.
All right, to Z. I feel like that's enough.
Yeah.
Well done, sir. Thank you, God.
Thank you, God.
Amen.
Nice job, you guys. We made it. We got through it.
Yeah.
All right. Very quickly, skip a couple more things here. We're going to do a little segment called Shameless Plugs, and it's basically just plug what you want to plug,
Cool.
and that way you can take take a cut of the clip later and put it on your social media.
Right.
I'm going to quickly go through mine just because people pay us some money, so we got to get it in there. Big shout out to our partners and sponsors at Leak Busters Roofing, Southern Sewer Equipment Sales, and the Bug Juice. Check out our partner podcast, the Riffs and Rhythms podcast. I just went to the very top of my notes for no reason. Riffs and Rhythms, and both, which is featured with us on the B3 Podcast Network, wherever you listen to podcasts. Riffs and Rhythms, they drop episodes on Tuesdays, and yesterday I was on that drop, so it was fun. We got interesting conversations that night. Check out our YouTube channel if you're not already sitting on it right now. Please subscribe to said YouTube channel, and go and like and follow us on Facebook as well. Where else? Check out jncpodcast.com. We've got merch up there. You can watch the shows there. All kinds of information there. Go spend some time on our website. And come and see my one-man band show around town. I've only got one show this week. So I will be at Skipper's Cove in Fort Pierce on Friday from 1 to 4. A little happy hour gig. And you can find all my dates at bradbrock.com. Back to you.
What do you got?
Well, of course, the Nouveaux Honkies, tnhband.com for all of our shows. We've actually been doing some 4 and 5 piece band shows lately that have been super, super fun. So check that out, tnhband.com. And for your color and your style, if you go to houseofcolor.com, and that's color spelled weird with a U, and find a stylist in your area. Yeah, come see me. Go see. There's Martha and Vero, Lindsay in Palm Beach, and so many other great gals all over Florida and all around the United States. Over to you, Tim.
Yeah, it's just tnhband.com. Conky Tonkers.
Yeah, Conky Tonkers.
Actually, what are you doing this summer? You want to sing? You want to sing on a Conky Tonker gig? I might need a singer on a gig.
Kind of sounds fun.
Come on, we'll do it. I'll give you. Conky Tonkers play about once or twice a month. It's a classic country band.
Right on. Yeah.
Awesome. And I know Nico is going on tour. A lot of other people. Kev Mo is on tour. So there's there'll
be some space.
I'd love to bring you on.
It sounds fun, man.
The Conky Tonkers are.
I'm out of commission in July. I'll be overseas for most of July.
We're just on Facebook. I don't know if there's anything on that.
And
then my new record.
Yes.
Shiver Hot Walking. That's right. Shiver Hot Walking. Patrick T. O'Donnell on all the streaming platforms. I have a YouTube channel that I just started. Just starting up all this stuff. And I'm going to be releasing a lot of music on there. Probably a single a week.
Cool.
Plus, in the next 2 months, there will probably be a complete original album. What do you call it?
Acoustic.
No, not acoustic. Instrumental album.
Really?
Tons of instrumental tunes. So there'll be a complete instrumental album that comes out. And it's going to be all over the charts. It's going to be from crazy... electronica stuff all the way to like country stuff.
Cool.
So that record will come out. It's all crazy ideas I had for instrumental stuff.
And then
that'll be
Spotify too.
Yeah, and then the
Nouveaux Honkies.
Yeah, Nouveaux Honky Spotify.
We have 3 albums on there.
Yeah, we got 3 albums on there. We're going to be releasing a shit ton of singles,
including Angel from Montgomery. I hope
Angel from Montgomery. Rebecca's got a great version of Jolene. We have a couple other singles that are originals coming out. So, yeah, we're going to be releasing a lot of stuff before the end of the year. So just keep an eye out on all that. So,
awesome.
Yeah, we're going to be putting out all kinds of stuff. So,
very cool.
We won't be keeping them in the computers.
No more computer
music. Well, in everybody's computer, not in just ours.
Yeah. So, yeah, we'll definitely be releasing a bunch of stuff on both T&H Band and then the my solo project and all that stuff. So
perfect. Nice. Awesome. All right, you guys. Well, I guess we could wrap things up here. I hope you all enjoyed our show tonight. Did you guys have a good time?
Heck yeah, dude. Thank you for having us,
Awesome.
dude.
Oh my God, I'm glad that we finally got it together. And
Sure.
I'm sad that you guys lost your Wednesday gig because that place closed down, right? Like they're donezo for. They tried it. They rebranded and they tried. And but you guys were there for a long time. That was a pretty regular gig. Yeah.
Before that was Terra, yeah.
After we got fired from Terra Firmata, we went there. So
hey, we just got to keep moving around, you know.
I'm not a quitter. I get fired. So
Right, same. But yeah, so well, you know, their loss is my gain, I guess, for tonight. Let's see, where are we at here? Join us next week for more JNC shenanigans. Until then, take care of yourselves and each other. Broadcasting live from the legendary JNC Lounge. I'm Brad Brock. We love you. Good night.
Oh,